Do you hear? You can hear yourself.
Yeah, I can hear
It's a
myself.
beautiful thing.
It's a little weird.
Hopefully, I'm going to turn my laptop brightness down
That's a good call.
just so it uses less power. Because if that dies, that would be really sad.
Have you ever like done one and it just didn't record?
Yeah, like a lot.
That would
I did it.
suck.
I literally went to Buffalo to talk to like my calculus teacher, who's like the NASA, worked at NASA and stuff. He was like a warlock.
Oh my god.
I drove to Buffalo 6 hours, got it recorded for 4 hours. Like it was the best podcast I've ever done. Like it was like amazing. I was so happy about it. I drive to Syracuse, get a speed.
Oh, so you went home first?
No, so I literally, this is all in one day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
drive up Buffalo, then I go to Niagara Falls, just because I'm like right here, might as well. So I saw it,
Naturally.
and then I drove to Syracuse to sleep, like in the house, hoping it would be open. Got a speeding ticket like 5 minutes away, literally 4 points. I got it reducted down to 2. Allegedly, I was going 85 and a 65. Bullshit. But then the door was locked for the house. And it's like 12 a.m. I'm like, fuck, no one's here. It's Midsummer. That's a good movie. You ever see that? Midsummer?
I've heard about it. It's like that horror movie. It's like a cult.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked. But, yeah, so then Brady and Morgan Stout were here, luckily. And they're like, oh, you can sleep on our couch. And then I slept on their couch. I got home, saw that the cameras died 2 hours in. And the audio never recorded. Well, it recorded, but it was like really bad, and you couldn't even hear people talking. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was so pissed.
Did you tell the professor?
No, yeah, I told him, and he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I'll drive out to you and do it, and then it just never came to fruition. But I think he's gonna come. I'll go back up there. I got to get another one.
Yeah.
But let's see. This one, I made sure we're recording. I made sure. Thumbnail. Beauty. That's a beauty. But yeah, so where did you learn Photoshop? Like, is that something you just picked up?
Yeah, Google. But I don't remember when I started doing Photoshop. I was pretty young, and I would use like PowerPoint. Like I would just like use the eraser tool in PowerPoint and like move stuff around. And like eventually I got more into it. But yeah, I've never like taken a Photoshop class. Just
It seems so hard. Like I tried to do it. Like one of my senior classes in high school made us use it. I didn't understand it at all. Like,
yeah,
I couldn't even get the
there's
pictures
so many
in it.
buttons.
There's so many buttons.
But the way I learned, like I wouldn't say I'm proficient. I just like, if I don't know how to do something, I'll just Google how to make curved text in Photoshop. And then that just kind of adds to my knowledge library.
That's fair. That's kind of how I learned how to use Premiere.
Yeah.
Because like you just hop in and you just like play with it. But like what? Because you're like into computers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what like sparked that interest for you?
Let's see. I would say when I was younger, like me and my friends, like we played Xbox for a while. But then we started playing games on the computer too. And eventually, like the games we wanted to play, like my stupid little laptop couldn't run. So I ended up building my own computer, and that's just ever since then.
How do you learn how to build? Like people always say that's not so nonchalant. I'm like, yeah, I built my own computer.
Yeah,
Like,
I had
what?
I had like a friend help me out. Like he's like really good at it. So he
How
was
does that
kind of like
work?
a mentor. How does it work?
Like how do you even like build a computer?
It's pretty simple. It's kind of like a Lego set almost. I would say the harder part is like designing it and like figuring out what parts to get, because like some of them aren't compatible. Like not every part is compatible, and then like also like tracking them down, like
The
where
parts?
Yeah,
So you have to buy individual parts. Like do you buy them online?
yeah. No, I would go to this place called Micro Center. It's like a
Small
it's like
wiener
a
shop.
Yeah, they have a department for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's where I love to go. That's my favorite spot.
Yeah, but it's like a huge electronics store, and they literally have everything. And I will go in there and just buy every part at once. But yeah,
Yeah. So like, what is the benefit? Because I don't understand. Like I'm so not tech savvy. It's kind of sad.
yeah.
Like I don't know how to operate anything. So like, what's the difference? I know I've asked you this before, but like between this laptop and like a PC or something you made, like what is the difference between the two?
I mean, they have the same parts. It's just parts for the laptop have been designed to fit in a laptop. and you sacrifice some like speed with the laptop, but it's still today like they've gotten really good at making them compact. I mean, look how thin a MacBook Air is. It's crazy.
How do they even fit anything in there? It makes no sense to me.
I don't know much about like the inner workings of laptops, but they have to have the same essential parts that a PC has in some form.
I like how on your PC it has, you could change the little thing in with different pictures.
Yeah, that's the like the liquid cooler thing. And when I set a budget for myself when I was putting that one together, but then I saw the one with the LCD screen on it, and I was just like, all right, I'll spend an extra $150.
Oh my gosh, it makes it so much cooler.
Yeah.
But so, have you made more than one computer before?
Yeah.
Why did you make another one?
Because like the first one I built, I was like 7th, 8th grade, and it's just kind of deteriorated.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make a better one too.
Beast.
Yeah.
So what's this one like? What are the upgrades you added? I don't know, is that the right terminology?
Yeah. No, I mean everything got upgraded. It's like the hardest thing to get for it was the graphics card, the GPU, because people are buying them up by like the hundreds to Bitcoin mine, because the graphics card is the same component that they use for Bitcoin mining, because it basically can just do like hundreds of thousands, probably millions of calculations like super quickly, and that's what you need for when you're mining Bitcoin. So like people in like China, like you ever see like the videos of like the Bitcoin mines, and it's like literally like a room with just shelves of graphics cards. So right now graphics cards are like crazy expensive.
Yeah. And doesn't China, I'm pretty sure it was talking about like these cards, like China makes them now, because I think it was a British owned company. This could be bullshit. It's about some chip, but they use them in like Xboxes and PS4s, right?
A graphics card? Yeah. There's some form.
So I think because like it used to be a British owned company that they had like a patent on, and then they sold it to China, or not sold it. They brought it over to China, manufacture them because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And then China just stole it, like this stuff, and now they have all the
I wouldn't
cars.
be surprised.
Dude, that shit's scary. Like, you give the control of everything, like, that runs everything. And now we just don't even have, it's not even in our country that it's being made.
Yeah.
They just can control all of it now.
I'm pretty sure they were made in China before. I'm not sure. There's a lot of companies that make graphics card related technology.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, fuck. So are you into crypto? You think that's going to take off?
Crypto honestly scares me, and I keep thinking like I should probably invest in this, but I don't know.
Why does it scare you?
It just seems like it can just completely take over like the currency system, like by the time we're older.
Yeah, I think that's its goal.
Yeah. And it's just there's so much unknown about it. It's just like money how it is now is like pretty well understood.
Yeah.
Like when we don't understand money anymore, I feel like a lot of stuff can go on in the shadows.
Yeah, but I feel like that's going on right now. Like money's, like it's just we agreed upon like this is worth something.
Yeah.
It's people are like, oh, it's backed by gold. I'm like, not really. Like it's
not backed by gold anymore.
Yeah, it's just not
like the GDP, right? Of the country.
It's stupid as shit. And it's like I think crypto could be so cool because it could just fucking everyone could be using the same currency like across the world. Then you wouldn't have like 100,000. We were watching Squid Games and it was like, what did Shore say?
It's like 10,000 won is like $8.
Yeah, like that makes no sense. That's stupid as fuck. But it could be interesting to see like the whole world combined. Like this is one step to unify everyone. You start there. But it is scary. And
there's also like you can like use it for like really shady stuff.
True. Yeah.
Like that's how I bought my fake IDs was with Bitcoin. Like,
dude, hypothetically though, he never bought a fake ID. That's not real. But no, yeah, Bitcoin. There's a lot of like, because I guess you can't trace it. Like you have a code in your key, and like no one knows.
Yeah,
I don't fucking.
It's like this thing called like blockchain, and it's like it's super complicated. I barely understand it, but it's basically everyone agrees that it exists. Is kind of how it works, but it's just so weird. Like whoever came and the person who like invented Bitcoin is like they actually don't know who invented Bitcoin. Like they think it's this one guy, but they're not like certain.
Yeah,
that's another sketchy part.
That is really sketchy. He's just like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Fine, I'm anonymous. He probably owns like a shit ton of it. Though.
Oh my God, he's probably the richest person on the planet.
Yeah, he's got. There's people always say like the richest people on the planet are like Elon Musk or like I'm like, dude,
there's like oil tycoons too
Yeah.
that are just like crazy.
the
rich.
people in the background. Those are the people you got to worry about. The
Yeah.
really really rich people
the
that
non-public figures.
Yeah, there was just I was reading The Guardian and like some other news sources did this huge journalistic investigation. It's called like the Pandora Files, and pretty much they found like all these mega rich people like all store their money in like offshore accounts.
Dude, there's probably so much we don't know about.
Oh yeah, and it's like not even like $100 million. It's like $1 trillion. These people are like hiding
Yeah.
and just getting out of paying taxes.
Do they know how much money is in the world, like total? Is that a known statistic?
I don't know.
Like, I wonder, like,
That is interesting. I have no clue.
how much money is on Earth? Like, if you converted all the currencies to one currency.
Probably a lot. Because we're like trillions
Definitely
of
a
dollars.
lot.
We're trillions of dollars in debt, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the U.S.
Yeah,
But like, I feel like every country's in debt.
probably.
It's like, how does that? I don't get money. Money makes no sense to me at all. Like, it really doesn't.
Yeah, we should call an econ major in here.
Yeah, fuck
Have them
that.
sorted out.
Yeah, right. But yeah, let's get away from money. I don't get that shit at all. But what was I gonna say? Dude, my mind. I've been so tired today. It's been a really lazy day. It's just staying up.
Fridays suck for me. I have 4 classes.
Yeah, what class are you taking today?
Today I had physics, recitation, then statics, which is like kind of like physics, then calculus, and then engineering materials, which is like a class about like different types of materials.
Dude, that's your Friday schedule. That's miserable.
I don't have a single easy class this year. It actually sucks.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. And then I talk about my schedule. It's like, oh, comedy writing, cooking, swimming.
The cooking class seems so much fun. I'm
cooking
definitely
class
taking
is
that next
electric.
semester.
But what do you like? What do you want to do with all that stuff? Like, that's
I don't know. I mean,
what do you enjoy? Let me change the question. Like,
What do I
What do
enjoy?
you like?
I mean, I like building stuff. Like I love building the computers. Mechanical engineering is such like you can do so much with a degree, and it doesn't even need to be in engineering. Like you can start off as an engineer and then go into management or something else. Like that's why I'm kind of keeping my options open because I honestly don't really know exactly what I want to do. I wish I did, but I don't.
I feel like no one really knows what they want
Yeah.
to do. Even you ask like a 50-year-old, like, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
But I feel like as long as you do what you like day by day, that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah.
And then when you don't like it, you move on to the next thing.
Just got to focus on day by day. Not
Day by
the
day.
Big picture.
Yeah. So what, like, have you been working on any projects recently?
I've been pretty swamped with schoolwork, but I was working on this one project at home before we came here. My little brothers, they have like the toy lightsabers.
Yeah.
And I was like designing and 3D printing like little couplings that they can put in the bottom of them so that they can like jam them together and twist them.
That's sick.
So then it would be like a double-sided
Yeah.
lightsaber. But that got put on hold when I came here.
Fair.
Yeah.
That would be pretty dope. So because you're interested in 3D printing, right?
Yeah, that's how I was making them. I have
Yeah.
a printer back at home, and like I would just print the most random stuff.
Do you think they could ever like print food?
There's
is that
already
possible?
chocolate printers.
No.
You can buy them on Amazon.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
You could print chocolate?
yeah. You could print anything that's like in like a somewhat viscous state. You can
What is it? What do
theoretically
you mean viscous?
like it'll like liquidy. Kinda,
Okay.
but not like full liquid.
Yeah.
Like if you can heat it up, that's basically what it heats up the chocolate and it kind of like to the right temperature so it dries instantly when it goes layer by layer.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, we should buy one. It's like $200. I think it's
That's
worth
it? $200 for a chocolate printer?
Yeah.
I think we should buy a chocolate printer. That's a good
They
investment.
have cheese ones too.
Dude, how much
Yeah.
are those?
I don't know. I just saw a video of like them 3D printing cheese.
That's so
So yeah, the 3D printing food already exists.
that could solve like a lot of needs. Like
Yeah,
hunger.
but the thing with it is like it's just the shape. Like it's not like
True. I guess if the foods are, but like instead of, it could be good for Because food spoils, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But I guess this type of food,
It's like you're not changing the material. Like
Yeah.
it's still cheese before it's 3D printed.
but it's more compact.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can get like you just change the cheese into nice little shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've been doing some crazy stuff. Like the actually world changing is they make like these like you know what a gantry is by any chance?
No.
It's like a I don't know how to describe it. Almost like a big tripod.
Okay.
But and
what is it used for?
it's used for a lot of stuff. It's just like a term.
Okay.
But they put like a big 3D printer on the gantry, and it basically prints a house using like concrete. They have and it's on wheels, so then they just print a house, and then they roll the gantry, and then print another house.
How long does it take?
I mean, probably like I would think at least a day. I'm not sure.
Dude, that's like nothing.
Oh no, yeah, it's like super quick because they have like this. They developed some compound that just is like quick drying concrete basically, and they just kind of print the house layer by layer.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We're going. What the fuck?
They have them in like Africa, and they use it to make shelter. That's what they're being used
That's
for.
amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool. Science is awesome. Science is great.
It's crazy.
Wow. So, geez. What else? What? Jeez.
I've seen 3D printed boats they've made. I think University of Maine made the first like full size 3D printed boat.
What are they like? Do they have a goal for where these printers are going, or are they just like exploring?
I mean, it's kind of like just a new technology, and you just find different applications. You know, it's kind of like computers. Like people probably thought computers were only going to be used for work back in like the 80s. And now look, we have one in our pocket 24/7.
That is really cool. Yeah, I don't know where we're going. Technology seems to be advancing really, really quickly.
I think it's exponential.
Yeah.
As you get higher tech, you get more applications, and it's just an exponential curve.
Dude.
Because like think about it, like there's been more change in the world of technology in the last 100 years than in all of human history.
Dude, in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Right when the internet came out. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
Dude, we could bring these printers to like Mars and just have them.
That's the plan. They want to.
That's what they want to do.
Yeah, I think that's one of the applications. I was reading like an article how maybe it was on the moon. They wanted like 3D print, like basically shelters on the moon or Mars. I guess either. They're both
What
planets.
Fuck. Except for the moon's not a planet.
But yeah,
rock.
they're both celestial bodies.
Dude, I was just so that's a sick. I like that. Celestial bodies. I was reading that there's like a ninth planet, and they just don't know where it is. Like, how do you not know where it is?
Like in our solar system?
Yeah, they said it's like as big as Neptune,
Really? That big?
and they just don't know where it is because it's like pulling stuff around it with its gravity,
I've never
and it's
heard of
affecting
this.
it.
That's crazy.
Oh, I just saw it
Neptune's
today.
huge.
Yeah.
How did we miss that?
I don't know. That's where people are like, oh, we found a new planet. I'm like, what? You just don't know where it is? Just like, you guys have telescopes. Just look. It's huge.
Yeah. One thing that's like I always thought was crazy is that like Pluto, I don't know, is Pluto a planet?
No,
There's been
I don't
back
think
and
so.
forth, but it's still like a pretty big like thing floating in space. And there's like tons of those in our solar system.
Really?
Like it's not like just Pluto. Like people think it's just like, you know, the 8 planets in Pluto. But there's a lot of dwarf planets, they call them, in our solar system.
That's so like weird. Our space is so vast, and is everything falling too? Is that like how is that? Because like when you're in space, like it feels like you're falling.
I mean, falling is relative.
Fuck.
So
Shit. You physics man.
everything's just kind of rotating around the sun. The sun rotates around the supermassive black hole in the center of the Milky Way, and then the Milky Way rotates probably around something bigger. It's all like just everything's kind of orbiting itself.
And it's cool that we're exploring space, but I feel like we need to like explore here first.
Like the oceans.
The oceans, like our minds, like there's so much we don't know. Like what's underwater? Like we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they did
underwater's-
find plastic bags at like the deepest part underwater.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere.
That's pretty tough.
We've reached every point of the planet,
Yeah.
even if it was unintentional.
Woo! Go humans. We suck. Yeah, that's not great. But I was watching this cool video, this speaker, and he was pretty much saying like, we're not killing the Earth. Like the Earth's gonna be fine. We're just like killing us. You know, like the planet's gonna bounce back.
Yeah.
It always does. It's been here for 4 billion years.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not. We're not gonna be the people that fuck it up. Like we're not that bad. We're just gonna make it uninhabitable for us, and then we'll die off, and then it'll come back.
Yeah. I there was like some figure I remember. It was like if you took the life of Earth and like every second was like, I don't remember. If you like took the life of Earth and made it on a scale of a year, like humanity's like 1 second or something.
Dude, we've been here for no time at all.
Yeah.
What
It
do we
makes
just
it makes you
expect?
wonder like if there was other like because like stuff will erode and be completely gone with no trace, and it makes you wonder if there's like other civilizations that like way before the dinosaurs that we just don't know about.
Honestly, I would say probably, right? Like,
Yeah, like was
I
there
wouldn't be
other
surprised.
intelligent life?
That would be crazy. That's what I like with these pyramids and shit. Like 15,000 years ago.
Yeah, like in ancient times, like humans were pretty smart back then. Like they knew a lot,
Yeah.
and something happened. I don't know, the Dark Ages. We just
Yeah.
forgot everything.
Yeah, we
Basically
lost
restarted.
everything. It did restart us.
Yeah,
But like the way the pyramids are lined up, like perfectly,
Yeah.
and they just fucking the way they're built. It's like that's not. They're like indented inwards, so it's like a hard build to do. I'm like, this doesn't seem like just a bunch of slaves carried this up and just like plopped these rocks here.
yeah. It's a
Like doesn't make
huge
sense.
mystery.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, there's always the theory that they had help.
Aliens.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. Could be, because then there's like the paintings or like the carvings,
oh yeah,
and
the hieroglyphs.
The hieroglyphs. There we
Yeah.
go. And one looks like a spaceship, and you're like, "What is that?" And then people always try to write it off, like, "Oh, it's not a spaceship. It's a this, and that." Like, it looks kind of spaceshipy to me.
Yeah, there's also like that one painting of like Mary that has like a spaceship in the back.
Yeah, dude,
Oh.
it's fuck. This shit's strange. I'm telling you. There's I'm just thinking. I saw something today. It was like really tiny pictures that could fit in the needle, like the head of a needle,
Oh, really?
which is I don't know why that just came to my head, but I thought that was kind of interesting. But I forgot where I was going. I got sidetracked by the needle.
Aliens.
Aliens. No, I think they're definitely real. in my
I
mind.
mean, yeah. I think like statistically, they need to exist somewhere.
Yeah, dude. But I was reading. Tell me, you're a physics guy, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you can help me out with this. They said if you could travel the speed of light, you can go anywhere, like instantly. Is that true?
No,
That's fucked. That's fake.
that's not true at all.
Damn.
It takes 8 minutes for the light from the sun to reach Earth. So if the sun exploded, we wouldn't know for 8 minutes.
Dude, that's
The
weird.
closest, the speed of light is actually like really slow in terms of the universe. Like the closest other star to us is like 4 light years away, which means that literally the speed of light will take 4 years to get there. So we're seeing the light from that star that was radiated 4 years ago.
Dude, how do like these crafts travel so fast then?
Like alien spacecrafts.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the leading theory would be they are able to puncture space time and like wormholes and stuff, but like that's so beyond our understanding.
Yeah. Because I kind of think of time. Dude, time's weird as hell. Like, we think of it like left to right, like we're going just straight or whatever. But it's just like a film, you know, like an old canister film. And everything's already written out. So it's like you don't have free will, but you kind of do. If everything's already happened.
Did everything already happen?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so. I don't know. I was watching this video on like, time, and it was just, it did a way better job of explaining than I am. But they call it like another dimension.
Yeah, I've heard that where it's kind of like we experience time. It's like almost like a phenomenon, the way we experience time versus like it could be so different, like the way it actually is.
Yeah, it is just the way we experience it. It's strange. There's this guy that went into a cave for 2 months, like no light, no nothing. I don't know why he was doing this. He was
Sounds weird.
It was a little weird. Just like to do an experiment, and he called his base every time he woke up or he was going to sleep, and it showed that even with no light, like the sun or any of this stuff like affecting him or for like stimuli to tell him when it was night and day, he still had like an eternal clock.
That's a known thing. It's called circadian rhythm.
Yeah, dude. But how does everything have it?
I think that's just instinct. Like biology, we kind of evolved to that, you know?
Yeah, because they were saying like even single-celled organisms have it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of strange. Like these single-celled organisms can tell time.
I mean, it's basically like instinct, you know? Like a bird will know how to like find food just based off of it being genetically coded.
Yeah.
I think that could be something that falls in biology, an internal clock.
With time. Dude, time is fucking so strange.
Yeah. It's like relative too. Like if you go to like other places in the universe, like time, like you've seen Interstellar, right?
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
So what if you made a mass, I was thinking about this. If we wanted to live forever, technically, could we just make, say we're so advanced, right? We're advanced beyond belief. We make a massive planet with the gravity is so huge. Like this planet is like our fucking solar system.
Yeah.
Like it's massive. Because like
it's based off like gravity.
Yeah, the mass of something like slows down time if it's larger, right? So like what if we just made like a massive rock planet and we just all live forever because time goes so slow?
I don't think that's how it works.
Damn it.
It's like relative, you know? It's like it like time will pass the same no matter where you are for you experience it. It's called the theory of relativity. Like relative to Earth, this super solar system sized mass, like we'd be living normal. You would die in 80 super solar system mass years, but like it would be like millennium on Earth. It doesn't just like pause time because you have a big ass planet.
That would be sick though. Damn it. I'll throw that one in the trash for an idea.
Yeah. Pitch at the Shark Tank.
Yeah. All right. You want to live forever? Massive planet. That's crazy. Yeah, no. Dude, so what things in physics like draw your attention? Like what interests you in that?
I mean, like I wouldn't say I'm a physics nerd.
No.
It's kind of just like necessary for my major.
Dude, but it's so cool. Like physics is the world. Like it's everything.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with physics is it's kind of like you just take a bunch of simple things and put them together.
What do you mean?
Like you would think that like being able to figure out how fast this thing I just rolled went, or like how it's accelerating, but in reality you just kind of like break it down into components, like how far did it go, like how long did it take. It's all like the major theme I've seen is just breaking it down into smaller, easier to digest pieces and then putting it together into the big picture that is the complex world.
Everything is very complexly put together. So what about if you think everything can be broken down and looked at in that way, what do you think about, do you think we have free will then? Because if everything can be broken down like that, the way we act and the way we behave all comes from things that happened to us in the past that add up.
Yeah,
to make us
that's
act in a certain way.
the question of humanity, right? I remember I saw this one video about this messed up program. I forget who was behind it, but it got outed. And basically there was triplets and they separated them.
Yeah.
And they grew different parents, different everything. And like the two accidentally met each other because I think they went to the same college just by chance. And like people were like saying hi to the kid, saying like, "Oh, welcome back," because they thought it was their friend, but it was really his twin. And then he ended up meeting his twin, and they found out they were long lost twins. And then years later, they found the third one. And even though they grew up in completely different environments, like different parents, different socioeconomic status, they all had like the same traits still.
Yeah.
Like they were the same. Like it's genetic. Like people say nature versus nurture. I mean, we don't really know, but I
think it's a mix of both.
I would think so too. But it's just like they all like the same food.
That's so strange. I saw that too, and they literally, whoever was running it put them in like a rich family,
Yeah.
a medium family, and a poor family, and they did it with so many different people. Like, how unethical is that?
Yeah, like how did they get away with that? Are they in jail?
I don't know. Probably not. And they like went to the kids when they were young and like did tests on them.
They would like because they had to get the data somehow.
Yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, that's weird as fuck. Like,
I wonder if the parents definitely didn't know, right? There's no way.
I think what they told the parents was that like they're from like the adoption center or something.
Yeah.
To like just check up, see how everything's going. But that's so sketchy. Like the science, I think about this a lot. Science could have. I want to be careful how I word this. Like it could advance a lot quicker if we were unethical. Like like the Nazis and stuff did a lot of human experiments, which helped us in the scientific world because we learned a lot from it. But it was so fucked up. Don't get me wrong. But now with all these restrictions and stuff, like you can't test on animals. Like I don't think you should be able to test on animals. Like, but I'm like, how are we supposed to learn about this kind of stuff if we can't test it on humans or animals?
Yeah.
Or any of that.
I mean, I don't think we should resort to unethical.
No, I agree with
Obviously.
you completely. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you just got to find a way.
Because then I feel like the only next logical step is to do simulations, like create a simulation, like go into that person. Because then you could have a human in a simulation.
Yeah.
And you could work on them there.
If it gets advanced enough,
But then
I think it would be possible.
who knows if the simulation's going to have consciousness? Because if it's advanced enough, like so replicated of us, well, doesn't that just make us in a computer?
And then we have Ultron.
Then we have Ultron. Dude, maybe Ultron was right. We are fucking this world up. I don't know.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
I wonder if AI will ever like completely take off.
I'm going to say, yeah. I was reading for my philosophy of life and death class, like this, it's called transhumanism. It's like this thought in philosophy, like in the 2000s, they were writing about, they're called transhumanists. They think we as humans are a middle ground into what our next evolution is. Like combined, like they think we're going to be cyborgs, like advanced, superhuman, not even human. I don't even think you can call us human anymore. Advanced AI, super intelligence. Because we're going to merge, like Elon Musk's already doing it with a Neuralink. He wants to like connect, like speed up the bandwidth or lower, or to make it increase bandwidth between us and computers so we get information quicker and we can process it. So just like imagine that, like it's happening in 2020.
That would be crazy if you could link your...
You're going to be a fucking cyborg. Like you will literally be a cyborg. And they think eventually we'll get to a point where we're just AI, that started carbon based. Like it's...
Yeah.
Because like what's the difference between a silicon based AI that's a super intelligence or a carbon based human that was a human that's a super intelligence?
Yeah, I guess our biggest weakness is our mortality.
Right? Because then they talk about like you could I find this so interesting. Like what makes you you know? So if I take your mind, like I do a brain scan and I put it in a robot,
like would you still be the same person? I don't know.
Yeah, because then that robot thinks it's you, but you're right here. So what's that?
Like if you like copied my mind?
Like I take everything in your mind, take it all, and I put it in this robot. Like, is that you, or is this you?
I wonder what it'd be like to interact with two copies of. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine like just talking to your like? It's basically like when you think like the voice in your head, but like physically
It's just
manifested. Yeah.
It's weird because then.
And then would they like branch off, like have different ideologies?
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like
they would live two different lives.
Yeah, I guess that comes back to nature versus nurture too.
It's fucking like that stuff's so strange because then it asks the question like, what makes us us? Like, is it our memories? Is it our bodies? Because if it's our memories, what about people with dementia? Like, are they not them anymore?
Yeah.
Right? And if it's our bodies, what about a paraplegic? Like, are they not them anymore because they don't have their body parts?
Yeah, I mean, I guess what defines...
Hey.
Brother Lake.
Brother Lake. You're good.
I should have locked that.
Yeah, it's chilling. No, but it does beg the question, like, well, what makes us us? Like, are we just like another organism that just means nothing?
Yeah, I mean, I think philosophers have been asking the same question forever.
Oh, forever. Yeah, no one fucking knows.
I don't think we'll ever know.
Probably not. That's the funny thing about philosophy. It's like, yeah, like we're in class. You're like, oh, so like, what is it? Like, what is all this? They're like, I don't know. Like, no one knows. We're just theorizing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because that's where you need the other sciences. Like, I think people get caught up in, they just like work in their own field and they don't take in other considerations or other perspectives. Like if philosophers work with psychologists a lot.
Yeah, I think the world is too complex to like know everything. That's why you kind of got to specialize in something and then work together.
That's exactly. You definitely got to work together. That's why we're all here. Because the world is so complex. The universe is so complex. There's so many moving pieces.
Yeah.
We're just like small.
Just a little rock.
We're a little rock. Little rock with little people on it and little ants. Yeah. I don't know. But I think once we start, we're going to go into a weird spot when we start inhabiting other planets.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be, I think it's going to be awesome.
It would be pretty cool.
It's going to be like, like the 1400s again. Like Finding America, except.
I never thought of it like that. That's interesting.
And like, can you imagine if there's like a revolution on Mars?
Yeah.
Let's break away from Earth.
Yeah, let's break. That's the thing. Like for government stuff, I don't know how it's going to work. Like, how are you going to.
I think they would just become their own sovereign civilizations at some point.
Dude, that I can't. This is what I'm writing like my show for my comedy writing class on. It's called Space Cops, but it came from the premise of I think there has to be a space organization that controls like space and make sure people don't fuck with other places.
I mean, I feel like once we get into that interplanetary, intergalactic point in humanity, like it would almost be familiar. It would just be our civilization on Earth, but inflated.
Yeah.
So instead of countries, it's planets. Like I think it would be pretty similar.
Yeah, it will. But I think we're gonna get introduced to other like multi-planet. I don't even know what to call them.
Other space, like aliens.
Yeah, aliens. Yeah. I wanted to say not aliens because aliens. People always just go like tune out when people say aliens.
Yeah.
It's just such a bad rep. Thanks, government, for covering it up like that so no one talks about it. But because there has to be, because my theory is like, people are always like, why do not aliens come here and fuck with us if they're out there? Which they have. I don't need to get into it. They have. But I think there has to be like a galactic federation or a government of some sort that makes sure these aliens of other planets don't come to planets that are like still in their evolutionary phase.
Oh, that's a good theory.
You know, because you could fuck up if they came when the monkeys were here and like gave them like a computer that changes everything.
Yeah.
You know, so like what's stopping? Like there has to be, because it's not morally or ethically right to go to another planet and change.
It's like our planet's a
course.
Nature preserve.
Exactly. So like you can't fuck with it. So they come and they're like, you can't mess with this place yet. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons where I'm like, there has to be a federation or a galactic or whatever that we're just not in yet because we haven't reached the point.
Yeah, we're not advanced enough.
No, we're not. And we think we're so advanced, we're so smart. Like, dude, we're fucking idiots. Like, we're fucking monkeys. We're monkeys with phones.
They probably just like have some sort of high-tech surveillance system in place, and they're just like watching us like, oh, these guys are idiots.
Yeah, probably. But like, I would assume every civilization goes through a similar stage of advancing.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you could kind of compare it to like, have you ever heard of North Sentinel Island?
No. Oh, is that the island where they just have no outside contact?
Yeah, for like 10,000 years.
Yeah.
And like, we don't contact them because we don't want to interfere.
Yeah.
It could just be the same thing on a solar scale or
Facts.
solar system.
Yeah, that would make sense. Like, we don't fuck with them. And then people like fly their planes or like go with boats and they just get speared.
Yeah,
like, what do they think that is?
Dude, they probably think it's like a god or something,
right?
Like the god, a helicopter's a god.
Yeah, see a plane go over, like what the fuck?
And like they probably like, I don't know. I would assume they have the knowledge, at least of some tradition, and like people from like 100 years ago, like the elders are like, none of this existed.
Yeah,
like what's going on?
What's happening? This has never been here before. Yeah, that's true. But I think the human race, it gets to a certain point, or at least every life form gets to a point where it's like they could either kill themselves, like they all like blow the planet up with nukes, which kind of looks like the direction we're going down, or you find planetary unity and like you can work together so you could survive past that point of death. Because like there's a few things that can knock us off. We can knock ourselves off with nukes and all global warming and all this other bullshit. 2, we could get hit with an asteroid, just die. Which is pretty. I just saw they're launching a spaceship at an asteroid just to test it. I'm like, dude, that sounds like a terrible.
That sounds like an expensive experiment.
Like, so if an asteroid's coming, like this is something a kid would do. It's like a rock's coming at you, just like
throw something at it.
Throw something at it. Let's see what happens. It sounds like it's just gonna blow up and create more harm.
Do you think like maybe there has been like world-ending natural disasters that have been stopped by advanced? Because like it could be like, I don't know, a bottleneck. Like they want to see if we make it out of the bottleneck to join the higher galactic population.
That could be interesting. I mean,
someone should make a movie about that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. That could be.
Ever seen Arrival?
Yeah. That was sick with the linguistic stuff.
Yeah, and it's like they see time in a circle.
Yeah.
And they're trying to teach it to humans.
They just don't get it.
No, they do get it because
humans?
Like Amy Adams starts to like learn the language and she starts to like see the future and the past like at the same time.
But that's what I'm thinking. Like that's when I say about times like film and that everything's already happened. Like we are stuck in the film, you know, like we are the characters in the movie. We can't see the whole strip of film because we're in it right now. But if we found a way, like I don't even know if it's possible to find a way out, but if you look at the sheet, you literally just see everything that's ever happened or already happened. And we're just like going through it because we are stuck in it.
Probably just like some fourth dimensional being just like lives in that state.
Yeah. I mean, how many dimensions are we up to now? Like 15? Like, I don't even know how that works.
What do you mean? Like,
dude, the people say there's like 15 dimensions.
I have no idea how that works.
I don't even know what that means.
That's so theoretical.
I don't even know what that means. Like, people are like, oh, yeah, the scientists are 15 dimensions. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what is that? We can't even imagine that.
Like, you literally just can't comprehend it.
Like, people, even the fourth dimension is so hard to comprehend. Like, I always see, they're like, think of a cube. And then they add the other dimension to it, and it's like spinning around. I'm like, I don't get this at all. But think about that. If something was in the fourth dimension, like, they could see everything. Like, you couldn't hide from it. Like, a fourth dimensional being. Like, no matter where you are.
You just know everything.
It just, for us, because it's like, imagine this two-dimensional plane, like, as this table. We look at the table, we could see everything on it, right? Like a flat surface. And if we try to interact with it and we put our finger down, the two-dimensional, like, beings, if there were any, they wouldn't see our finger. They would just see a slit, you know, and just going down. If that, right? Is that visualization coming through?
No, yeah, because they can't comprehend.
Yeah, they don't see it.
Width or height.
They don't have that.
Yeah.
Just like the way we wouldn't be able to see or perceive a fourth dimensional creature.
You just can't comprehend it. We're biologically not able to comprehend it.
And that's what I find really interesting too. Like, we evolved. Like, we don't even know, honestly, we don't even know what reality is because we evolved to survive, you know? Like, other animals can see ultralight, ultra ray, like, fucking beams. Like, we can't, you know? Just imagine, like, we evolved to survive as humans. Like, we have eyes, so we could see some scale of light. Visible light. We have noses, but dogs have better fucking noses than us.
Yeah.
Like, better ears.
But, like, would that even, like, would you think that the fourth dimension is, like, a biological thing?
Oh, no.
Like I
was just kind of going on a different thing. I don't think it's biological. That's just like, I don't even know what that is.
It's just,
I don't think you can be born into that. But like we're being, like what everything we perceive is, like everything's just waves, right? Like, do you get that?
like what you see.
Like everything's just waves. Like this table is like a wave.
Like what you see is a wave. It's the light bouncing off of it.
But like, isn't the physical thing just like waves too?
I don't think so. I think it's still wood.
I'm pretty sure.
It's just we perceive the wood because of the light bouncing. Like we have cells in our eyes that can differentiate the visible light. That's why we can see. Like if you're blind and you touch, like, it's still there. The table's still there.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, like, I kind of want to look it up, but I don't want my computer to die. Like, I'm pretty sure everything's just like wavelengths. Like that's what makes everything.
Everything's just a wave.
But
You just
but
have
like
to surf.
Yeah, you just gotta surf, just swim. I don't even know what to search here. Is everything waves? Like, is anything? Everything is a wave. Radio waves are obviously waves, but if you look carefully, we could find that electron is also a wave. Why had this? What?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, why had this fact been missed before? The reason is that the electron wave is typically has a very short wavelength. Thus, we cannot resolve the up and down motion of the electron wave unless.
But electrons don't really make up mass.
Yeah, they're not shit.
Like that's just like the energy part of the atom.
Everything is made of waves. Also, 6 things everyone should know about quantum physics. Fuck, are you gonna study quantum physics?
No.
Dude, this shit is just like crazy.
I don't think I could understand that.
Dude, I'm looking at this stuff, I'm like, I don't get any of it. Quantum physics is mostly very small. Quantum physics is not magic. Good to know. Yeah.
That's the facts that they give you?
Yes. Yeah, these are the 6 facts. Stupid facts.
They're sitting around the conference table. The fact is that it's not magic.
It's not magic. This is what everyone needs to know. It is not magic. But then, like, do you get the quarks and stuff? Like
the quarks and quaggles or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
No, I mean, do I understand it? No, but I've heard it about them.
Yeah, I don't get them either. I was going to ask for you to.
I think the theory is that they were basically what existed before the Big Bang in this like hyper dense state. Like all matter in the universe was like super dense, and like they kind of just like moved around in the matter. And then when the Big Bang happened, like atoms were formed, and matter as we know it.
Dude, that's wild to me. Like, how does nothing? So all the matter was in one spot, right?
That's what pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what the theory is.
But that doesn't make sense to me. Because then my question is, okay, where did that matter come from? Like, and it's like, is it just nothing around it? Like, is it just?
Yeah, I mean,
how does?
I mean, if you think about it, atoms are all made up of the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's all protons, neutrons, and electrons. So I guess it was just a big old glob of protons and neutrons.
It just made shit.
Yeah, and when it exploded, whatever caused it to explode, it just formed atoms, started forming elements.
Yeah.
Then elements started interacting, and now we have a universe.
That's why I kind of like the Big Bang theory and the bounce. I forgot what it's called. I'll just explain it. Like, because the universe is expanding, right? And then they think at a certain point it's going to start
slingshotting back.
Yeah. So wouldn't that be fucking... It kind of makes sense that it's like a never-ending loop. So it goes out, comes back, Big Bang.
Starts over.
Because then...
Great reset button.
Right? But then everything would happen exactly the same way. So we would be having this conversation.
I also like to think, like, if you ignore the slingshot theory... If the universe truly is infinitely
growth,
then like there should be infinite possibilities, and like there should be clones of us out there, like mathematically, if it's infinite, if the universe never ends, then there needs to be another Earth that is exactly like this.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. These infinite, like these parallel universes people talk about and all this shit, I don't want to believe it.
Just because it's so theoretical, though. It's just like I gotta take it with a grain of salt, obviously.
But it could be. If
could be.
if something is infinite, then well, obviously there's infinite possibilities.
Yeah, but that's such like a bold thing to assume. Like the universe is infinite. Like we have no idea.
We don't.
We've never left our solar system.
Yeah. Dude,
Barely our planet.
I really like I love the infinity sign. I think it's so cool. Like that one point of intersection. I think it's a very beautiful thing. It's kind of like a bow tie.
You ever see like the girls on Instagram that do like the infinity things on the beach? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the sand.
Like they put their legs up in their arms.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
It was like a trend. We were in like middle school, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was like an infinity pose.
Interesting. Yeah, but I don't know. Like imagine if you got to meet yourself from like another parallel universe and you're like, "Oh, what are you doing? You fucking jump?"
That'd be nuts.
No, but I think the fucking slingshot thing makes sense. Cuz then everything has happened before, happens again. We're all reborn. It all comes back perfectly. Because then, like,
who knows how many universes there's been before?
Yeah, we don't know. And then it's like, well, if the universe can something expand into nothing?
Yeah, like what's this expanding into? What is not like? What is there
right?
previously?
There needs to be something that it needs to expand into. So it's like, where is all this stuff coming from? Like, how did shit? I honestly think it just always had to be here. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because if it came from something. Like nothing, something can't come out of nothing.
Like it's so hard to comprehend. Like what if just nothing ever existed or ever will? Like literally, there's nothing. Like you just can't even think about it.
You can't even think about nothing because when you think about nothing, that's something that you're thinking about.
Yeah, I always just think of like white. I
think of black.
Yeah, black or white. I guess it still gets the point across. Yeah, you know, like
I kind of like white better. Do you know the SpongeBob episode with Squidward and
in the nowhere?
Yeah. that's what it is. Because wait, so is white the absent of?
No.
Oh
wait, yes.
Yeah, so it would be white.
I guess, but like there wouldn't even be like there's no absent of anything
because there's nothing.
Oh yeah, it would literally just be. You can't even comprehend it. Like you can't even think about it,
dude. You look. That's wild. Fuck, you can't even think about it.
There's no way to think about there being nothing. You can't truly comprehend the concept of nothing.
Yeah. Fuck. But I do think you can't, like, it doesn't make sense that something could come from nothing. Like something can only come from something else.
Yeah. I mean, from what we've observed.
From what we know, because we're fucking dumb monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, it had to come from somewhere. Like
it did have to come from somewhere. And then it's like the question is, okay, where did that come from then?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What if it's just a big loop? Like somehow this loop was just always there, always will be.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Truly eternal.
I definitely think it's that. And then we always get reborn, and that's where deja vu comes from. Because this already happened. Because I do think we have free will, but I think everything's already determined.
So then we don't have free will.
No, we do, though. It's like a mix of both. So we, in this moment, I could do this, I could do that, I could do... Right? But, see, I did that. I chose to do that. But it was really determined I was going to do that. Because everything in my past decided this already. Like, my story's already written out.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm just the actor in it right now. My movie's done. My movie's done. It's already done. I'm just acting in it.
Yeah, you just have a script that you don't see.
That I don't see. I make the script. But my story's already done.
Like you think you make the script.
I think I do.
We'll never know.
I think we will. Maybe. Maybe when we die.
Just need to get like a supercomputer, just like figure out all the answers to life.
You think a supercomputer would be able to figure that shit out?
I'd probably not. A computer is really only as smart as we make it, right?
Yeah, but what if we make a computer that can learn?
Yeah, then now we're circling back to AI.
Yeah. Dude, if we can make a computer that can learn, there's already that chess computer that can do that, right?
I mean, there's machine learning exists. You know, recap. I don't know how to say it. Like when you try logging in on a website and it's like click all the buses or click all the bikes. that's actually being used to like create AI. Because
How?
it's kind of like a 2-in-1. Like you kill two birds with one stone. Like the first obvious stone is, oh, I'm not a robot.
Mm-hmm.
But what it's really also doing is kind of taking all this data and like computers are learning like this is a bus, and they basically like learn how to differentiate it and like pick up on the cues that we can pick up with our mind.
No.
Yeah.
This sounds like a terrible idea.
I mean,
Fuck.
yeah. So every time like you're saying you're not a robot, you're actually helping
Helping the
create
robots.
robots.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Have you
It's
ever
a
watched?
double-edged sword.
That is a double-edged sword. This is scary. Dude, what if we just, honestly, we're always so scared of robots. What if they're just like chillers? Like we just make them there. We just like live here peacefully together. Now that I'm saying that, that sounds ridiculous. We can't even get along with each other. There's no way we get along with fucking robots.
I guess we just have to program them to have nice genes or nice traits.
I was listening to, Lex Friedman.
I don't.
All right, so he's this guy. He's always on Rogan. He's got a podcast called the Lex Friedman Podcast, and he works at I think it's Boston Institute of Technology, Massachusetts, whatever.
Somewhere.
Yeah, and they're making robots that like have the bodies of people to work in factories and stuff. Yeah. So, but what he wants to do, he's like, well, if they're going to work with people, they should have human traits so they can understand people better, so they can work with them.
They're just making androids at this point.
And dude, the people were like, no, like this is not going to help them do their job better. So he's like, fuck it, and he went somewhere else.
Why would you make a human, like if you're just gonna make an artificial thing that do something in a factory, just make the machine that does it exactly.
Why do you?
There's no way it's gonna be like more efficient.
Yeah.
By making the reason we made those machines in factories is because it's more efficient than a human. Why would we take a step back and make a fake human?
Make a fake human.
That makes no sense.
It does make no sense. But like Elon Musk is gonna come out with that human robot thing in like a year. Dude, it's fucking weird.
What do you think about his Hyperloop?
The Hyperloop, like the tunnel.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it.
It's like, like when you go to like a drive-through bank, how there's like that thing that you put the check in or whatever, and it goes like, yeah.
Those are so dope.
It's basically a life-size one of those.
That's sick.
And like apparently like you'll be able to go from like New York to like California in like less than an hour, like something crazy.
Where is he gonna build it underground?
They already built the prototype out in like the desert. It's above ground, but I mean, I don't think they would build the whole thing underground. Maybe like in urban areas, but like if it's just going across the countryside, I don't think it needs to be underground.
Dude,
because right now they build it's like on like stilts.
It's like the Jetsons. Like,
yeah,
dude, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I like that. What do you think about it?
I mean, if they can pull it off, I was just worried about like G-force and like.
Oh yeah, would that fuck us up?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we did not evolve to move that fast.
We did not. But there's got to be ways we could counter it, because that's what I'm thinking. Like
there has to be, or else like you're literally gonna die.
Yeah. But like the spaceships, like these alien spaceships, I don't even know if they're alien, but these spacecrafts that can go from like 50,000 feet to zero, like in a second.
Yeah. Like what are they using?
Because they have to be. There's like most likely there's an organism in it. It could be just a drone, whatever. But most likely there's a person or thing in it. So like, how does that thing survive going that fast?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a way.
There has to be a way.
I mean, like we have supersonic jets now.
Yeah.
So like,
there's got to be a way to figure it out. Because you just find an equal and opposite force, right? That's how that works.
Sure.
Yeah. I should be a physics major.
I wonder if they do like a gyro. Like a kind of like a gyro. I don't know. I don't really know how G-force works, like what it actually is, but I don't know.
How's the gyro work?
Like a gyro is like something that is stable, like like a camera stabilizer uses a gyro.
Yeah, it's sick.
So it's like you move it and like it still stays up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that affects G-force. I don't know anything about G-force besides the movie with the hamsters.
That movie isn't that Stone's favorite movie or something?
Is it?
I think so. It's like my favorite movie's G-force. I'm like,
that's such a weird movie.
Such a strange movie.
It's a bunch of like hamster secret agents
with the mole as like the bad guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He turns all the electronics evil though.
I have not seen that movie
Oh my
in like a
gosh.
decade.
Yeah, he like hacked into all these appliances that like these smart appliances and like turned them against people.
Interesting.
And then the hamster saved the day.
I might have to give it a rewatch.
I don't know if we have to do that. Yeah. But
What like other strange movies just make no sense? Like looking back, you know?
like kids movies that we watched.
Yeah.
I was watching Drake and Josh recently. I'm like, this show sucks.
Yeah, no. Watching stuff like that, like going back, like watching something that you watched as a kid is just always kind of weird. I still like SpongeBob though.
SpongeBob's great.
Also,
SpongeBob's
the
great.
old ones.
Yeah,
I was watching my little brothers watch the new ones. I don't really.
No.
They're kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm all about the first 3 seasons. So good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But the movie, have you seen? It's like, what is it called? It's the guy in Star Wars, Poe.
Oh yeah.
Ex Machina.
Oscar. Something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's called Ex Machina, and it's like he goes to this place and there's a robot, and he like falls in love with her, and she's just like she passes the test. What is that test called to be like to show like you have consciousness or something?
I don't know, but okay.
And it's like this super intelligent robot that has like feelings.
I think I've seen like scenes from this movie.
It's
She's like
wild.
got like a white like kind of robot-y face. Yeah.
She's hot.
Have you ever seen her? I've never seen this movie, but Her. It's called Her.
I see it. What is that about?
It's like he falls in love with his phone basically.
Yeah.
But his phone like talks to him.
It's weird.
The trailers make it look so weird. I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to watch it either. I saw him with a creepy mustache. I'm like, this is
Yeah. Wait, who's the main actor?
I don't know.
It's not Robin Williams.
No.
Is it? No.
I don't know. I just see his mustache. I'm like, that's creepy. That
Oh,
gives
yeah.
me pedo vibes. Not into that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just weird because he was like, she's got like a real sensual voice, like the phone.
That's another thing we're gonna get into, dude. The first thing these robots are gonna be used for, sex robots. I'm telling you,
Probably already exist.
dude. That's technology advances. It's like, how can we use this for porn? It's like, dude, like virtual reality, like porn. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
People love finding a way to indulge themselves. Ugh.
Human flaw.
Yeah, dude. But then, like, are robots gonna be able to reproduce?
Like, would they have to? Like, they just.
I
Like,
guess not.
they can be like, hey, we want the population to be 1 billion. Make them.
Yeah.
Done.
And then
Ones get hit by like a truck or something.
All right.
Make another one real quick.
Yeah, you could
copy them. Probably back up your mind to the cloud.
Yeah. Dude, and then you're.
So I guess whoever's living when they create, I guess, androids, like, would they just have immortality? Like, they're not gonna make more humans.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of depends on what you believe makes us what we are. Like, if you believe in a soul, then you could copy the mind. It just wouldn't be you.
Yeah.
You know, you're dead. But
We're far away from that.
I don't think we are.
I think by the time we're older, it's gonna be.
Yeah. Dude, this genetic engineering shit, like, we're going to be able to create designer babies. Like, we already can.
That's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be football players are gonna be so good.
Dude. There's going to be a league of, like, genetically advanced people.
Yeah.
And they're just going to play. And
Like that's their purpose. They were born. They were designed.
But have you seen Gattaca?
No.
So that's pretty much what it's about. Like, you get designed for a certain job, and like,
Interesting.
that's kind of the direction it seems like we're going. But then, like, we can't play God. Like, there has to be a repercussion from this.
Yeah. But we'll probably never realize it till it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. We open Pandora's box before even realizing that it's Pandora's box.
Yeah.
We're stupid like that.
We're doomed.
We are kind of screwed. Is your mom here yet?
She texted me 11 minutes ago.
What's she saying? Cause I don't.
Oh no, she's not here yet. She's fine.
Perfect. Good. Yeah.
Parents' weekend.
Parents' weekend. What
Are your parents coming up?
No.
Yeah.
I don't even think they know it's Parents' weekend.
Really?
No.
Did they come up like your freshman year?
For Parents' weekend?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, man. It doesn't bother me. I'm gonna go home and like a week to get my driver's license.
You don't have a driver's.
I do. It's vertical, and like the DMV sucks.
Yeah.
So like we scheduled it like in the summer, and the only appointment they had was like a Wednesday, like midweek. So we're lucky we even got it. But I got to get my real ID. I think I could use it as a passport now too, though.
The real ID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Because like for New Jersey, he's doing like a weird new thing.
PA is doing the same thing.
Are they?
Yeah, they call it real. Like it's called real ID, like TM, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing that too. I still have the vertical one.
Yeah.
Like how long? What age do you get the horizontal one?
21.
Oh, okay.
So like I still have a vertical one, but I'm 21.
Okay, so I still got like another year and a half.
Yeah. IDs are interesting. They are a form of identification.
Yeah, I just got my passport this summer.
Good picture.
No, I was at work and my face was like covered in soot, and like I tried wiping it off. I don't think I have my passport here. No, I think it is upstairs. But like my face just looks so dirty. Like I'm definitely gonna get stopped. Like if I go on a plane.
What's on your face? Like what is this?
Yeah.
How was your internship this summer though? Like what were you doing there?
I wasn't an internship. I just
where do you work?
I did rigging and demolition in Philadelphia.
Beast.
Yeah.
What'd you rig?
Like
Demo.
basically like we specialize in like HVAC, like heating, ventilation, air conditioning equipment, but it was like the huge ones, like the ones that power like provide AC and heating to like skyscrapers.
Damn.
So like our job is basically we didn't hook it up or anything. Our only job is take it in or take it out, put it in. Like that's
How'd you get it up there?
Like it depends. Like sometimes it's like under the building, but if it's at the top, like cooling towers always need to be on the roofs of the building. So
I guess heat rises.
I don't know the scientific reason, but I don't know what the cooling tower is for. Air conditioning. I know.
Okay.
But it's basically just a big fan. So I guess it's because it needs to be exposed to the air or something.
You got me.
I don't know, but they're huge. They're really big. They're like I took one out that's like the size of this room.
Are you serious?
And
how do you even do that?
Like a crane. Like we would hook up the cranes.
That's sick.
Yeah.
What would you do with like the scraps?
Like scrap metal. So so we make money. Our bread and butter was copper. Like a chiller. A chiller is like the bottom part of the cooling tower, but that's like normally like in the basement.
Yeah.
And it's like these big barrels, like they look like trains, and inside of them is just hundreds of copper tubes, and like you get like 10 grand out of copper just for one of them. Yeah. So we like when we like would bid a job, it's just like you get part of the copper, or you get to keep the copper. Like that's part of our price, you know.
That's a pretty good deal. Do they even know that like copper is worth that much?
I think they know, but it's just kind of like factored into the price.
Yeah. So in your materials class, like what are you learning there?
It's not as exciting as it sounds. It's like structure. It doesn't even feel like I'm learning about materials. Like I'm learning about like cubic things, cubic structures.
What does that even mean?
It's just like it's basically like a way to do math for structures. That's basically what we're learning right now.
Way to do math.
Like it's like I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this is steel. Look, it's hard, and no, it's like find the planar density of this cubic cell of a molecule.
What is it like? What does that teach you? Like, what is that useful for?
I mean, I'm sure it'll be like I think it's laying the basis for probably later classes, or maybe like we'll finally start learning like. They will say that like some of the stuff like this is how ceramics work, this is how glass works, but it still doesn't feel like we're learning that. It feels like I'm learning more like just more math.
Are you learning at like the atomic level, or like how the cell, like the atoms
it's
are
like how the atoms are lined up. It's basically what the class is.
Why do they line up in certain ways? Like like why? Because you were saying before like all the atoms are the same, like everything's made up the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like how does it line up to be wood or be metal?
It's just basically comes down to like the structure and like what type of atoms it is, and
there's different types of atoms. Oh yeah, fuck. Never mind.
Yes, there's a great revelation.
Yes, for a second I was like, wait a second.
There's like 200 of them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, but Yeah, there's a lot of things that factor into it, like the way they bond. Like there's different types of bonds and different formation structures. Like it's just, I mean, like I think it mostly depends on like what the atom is, because like metal is like pure metal is just like iron. Like at the atomic level, it's still just like iron.
Because it creates pretty much just like a very solid, like organized. I'm trying to think of the right word.
Not always. Like glass
Really?
is like more randomized. That's kind of why. It's,
But I'm like for metals, is glass?
oh
a metal?
yeah,
No.
no. But for metals, yeah, no, it's like
Yeah.
real organized and not a lot.
Dense.
Yeah.
And that's why it's heavy.
Yes, I think so.
I think so.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's ask my professor.
Yeah. Hey, professor. So what's up with glass, dude? Mirrors are so weird. Do you know how mirrors work? Please tell me you do.
It's just the super reflective surface, I guess.
Yeah, but like I don't. People are like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, how do you not know how a mirror works? I'm like, dude, it's confusing.
You know what I always wonder with
What?
mirrors? Like,
Yeah.
if you made a sphere of mirror
Okay.
and like somehow like got a light in there
Okay.
and like you're inside, like what would it look like? Because there's nothing they're reflecting off of but you, but it's the mirrors in a sphere.
Explain that again.
Like if you made a spherical room
Okay.
where all the walls on the inside
So
were
it's
mirrors.
dark in there.
Yeah, but you have to like somehow bring light in there. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe like a lighter, or flashlight,
Yeah.
or a little lamp. Like, what would it look like? Would it just keep bouncing and it just gets super bright and blinds you? Would you just see like?
I feel like you just see, like, I'm thinking of like at a carnival or something.
Yeah.
When you go into like one of those mirror rooms. and
Yeah,
you
but
just see
that
a bunch of
still
yourself.
has outside light. Like that's just like warped mirrors.
Yeah, but
Like this is like the entire world that you see right now is just mirrors. Like what would that look like?
I think, well, you bring light into it.
Yeah, it would be dark if you didn't bring light in.
No, yeah.
But you bring light in. But the way light works is your eyes see what light is reflecting off of. So a mirror, which is like super reflective, and you bring light into it, like what?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know how mirror works by themselves. So this is just adding another layer to it.
We should design it. It's
We
definitely
should
doable.
design it. Dude, just along with our ball pit room. Dude, I'm so pumped for this
Yeah.
fucking ball pit.
We gotta wait though, because I heard Pat saying that fire inspections are like this
Oh.
week.
Yeah, dude, the fire marshal opens the door and just a bunch of ball pit balls roll out. I was like, what is this place?
Yeah, I was doing the math for like how many we'll need. We're gonna need like 14,000,
How much do you think that'll cost?
a couple $100 at least.
All right, so we get a pool table for $105, and we're gonna buy a ball pit room.
I thought it was 75. It was
75 was for the pool table. For the cues
cues.
was 30. So it was 105 for everything, which is a steal.
Yeah, it's a nice table.
Yeah, it's
Is it set up yet?
no. I'm gonna wait for the weekend to be done to set it up because I don't want it to get ruined already.
Yeah.
But I want to
True.
put like a ping pong table or something
Yeah,
over
You
it,
could do that. You
just so it doesn't get trashed.
could- I thought you were saying so we could play ping pong.
Well, that's an add-on also.
Yeah.
So we could play ping pong. Are you?
Yeah,
Do you play pool?
Yeah, I
Are
love
you good?
pool.
I feel like you'd be good.
I'm not bad.
You're definitely good.
I'm pretty good at the iOS version too.
The iOS, dude, I'll kick your ass in the iOS version. I play Olander all the time. And
Yeah.
He's shit. He thinks he's so good. I'm like, dude, I'll kick your ass. Fucking. Do you use the lines though
Yeah.
to show you?
Is there an option not
There
to?
is an option, but I'm not there yet. But I feel like in real life pool, I feel like you'd be pretty good. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, you know that.
I had a pool table at my house growing up, so
All
I
about
played,
geometry.
played a good amount of pool.
Yeah. It's a great sport. Like I want to get good enough where I could just like go to a bar and just like play.
Just like clear out people's pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this guy who we bought it from was saying. He played on the Elon basketball team like a while ago. He was like, yeah, I went to Elon, points to a picture on his wall. It's like him dunking. I'm like, what the fuck? That's sick. But he was like, yeah, like in college, like I got really good at pool and I just hustled people. Like,
I feel like people don't like bet on pools. Like there's definitely a bigger thing back in the day.
yeah. I mean, there's definitely, when I was in Colorado for the conclave thing, we kept going to this bar called Tarantulas, and it was this billiards room, and it was actually so much fun. Like everyone's just like drinking, playing pool, and I buoyed up the bouncer because he was playing Pokemon Go,
Nice.
So I was just like, oh, he had like 6 phones going, and he's like,
Was the bar a Pokestop?
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We're still Pokemon, like we're friends on Pokemon Go, so he sends me like postcards
And like gifts
from
and
the
stuff.
bar. It's so funny. But I buoyed him up, and then he was like, you should like come by after closing. So I went by after closing, and Clemens left at this point, and we were just like, he was teaching me how to play pool. He was so good. And then like, it's like 6 a.m. We were like outside, and we just talk about conspiracies for like literally like 2 hours on the street. And it's like literally the sun's coming up. I'm like, my hotel reservation's up at like in 5 hours. Like I need to get out of here. That was a crazy trip. You're going to have to go to that.
What the conclave?
It's actually a lot of fun. It's just like all SIGEPs go.
Was it just you, or is like you and?
It was me and Clemens.
Okay.
But
Was it for this e-board, or was it?
it was for this year. Like it happens every 2 years. Hurley, he was supposed to come with me, but he had like his internship, so he couldn't. So he was supposed to be the main delegate, and I was supposed to be the alternative. But the main delegate has to go to like these meetings, so I had to go to all this fucking bullshit. And then like Clemens would just like do his homework in his room, and then we just go out at night with the other SIGEP kids.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
And they change it up every year. Like a few years ago, it was in New Orleans. Like imagine being in New Orleans.
That would be crazy.
Wild. I want to go so bad.
How many? Is it everyone? Like every SIGEP in the country goes to this?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so
like
there's
you can
a
bring
lot of people.
You can bring as many guys as you want to.
Oh, we should just get a whole thing going then.
Yeah, we should. It's fun.
Where was it? Where was it when you went?
Colorado. It was Denver. So it kind of sucked.
Yeah, I've never been to Denver.
Uh,
I've actually never really left the East Coast.
no?
No.
Not a
I
travel?
went to Austria this summer.
Oh, how was that?
It was awesome.
What were you doing there?
I was visiting like my family friend.
Okay.
She's like my grandma's best friend.
You were telling me about this lady.
Yeah.
Dude, what is this connection?
They were just childhood best friends. My grandma and this lady, and she's like former royalty. I really don't understand it, or like royalty, or like Countess of the Czech Republic or something. I don't really know. But yeah, we're staying in like her schloss.
What the fuck's a schloss?
It's like a hunting lodge, but it's basically just a big mansion in the countryside.
That's sick.
It was awesome.
How old is she?
Like same age as my grandma, so like 83, I think.
This princess of fucking Austria. That's wild.
Yeah, I was like hanging out with like the prince too.
That's sick.
Like he's like 2 years older than me.
Were they just like normal?
Yeah, I mean like they're kind of like how you'd expect. Like they're super loaded.
Yeah, and like
Going on yachts and stuff.
are they kind of assholes or?
No, I wouldn't say
down to
no.
earth?
They were nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like nice people that are rich.
Yeah, they were all like in the PC building too.
You know what?
PC building,
What do you mean?
like building computers.
oh, they.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like there's a PC building.
Oh no.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you guys were bonding over that.
Yeah.
That's dope. I saw Microsoft just released that they're, I forgot the wording for it, but they're pretty much showing people how to fix their computers so they don't have to go to like the geek squads anymore.
Yeah.
What do you like? Have you heard about
I mean, that's just seems like they're throwing away money.
Yeah, but
Like, why would they do that?
they're doing it for like an eco-friendly reason because
Okay.
like there's less waste, less electronic waste. I think they're saying because like when
Interesting.
something breaks, they just throw it out.
Yeah, but like, what? This doesn't make sense. Like, if they're gonna throw it out, why can the person at home fix it without throwing it out? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, man.
No matter what, if the part's broken, it's broken. It's gonna get thrown out.
Yeah, I don't know. That is interesting. There's got to be a better reason. I didn't really look into it enough.
I don't know, but I that's interesting that they would give. I feel like
Because they are losing
repair
money on
industry is a big industry.
Yeah.
They can definitely like make a profit off of like DIY hurts business, you know?
Yeah. I mean, but like, do you think we're ever going to get to a point where people don't care about money and they just want what's best for everyone else?
I guess once we become a fully autonomous world where every resource is readily available that's like created by robots or something.
Is that plausible though?
I think so.
I think we're going to run out of resources.
Yeah. I think our population is going to get too big first.
Yeah. There's one of my teachers a while ago in high school was like I don't know how true it is, but there's just like a cap of how much the Earth can actually contain of people. So like we may get to a point really high, but
and then just people just start.
then people just die, and then it evens out, and eventually, it's like what are the waves where it's big and then goes little until it's straight.
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's a big wave, and then
it like equals out
over
the
time.
amplitude.
Yeah, amplitude goes. So that's kind of what I think would happen.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a lot of suffering.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah,
big time.
Regardless.
Yeah.
So that's why we need to expand, and then hopefully we just expand other planets, and we just don't
take their resources
and their space.
You think if we go into space and we see like someone worse off than us, we just go in and just fuck their shit up and colonize them?
I mean, history repeats itself, I guess. Right?
Yeah, but why haven't aliens done that to us?
I don't know. Maybe they just have such a good moral compass.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if you can make it to that point of that being that advanced, like you survived so long as a civilization.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you'd be able to function like as us. I don't think if we're keep going down this path, we're gonna kill ourselves. Like, we're not gonna be humans. Like, we're not gonna be here anymore. Like, I think the only way you can get that far is if you work together. It's like a team in any sport. You know, if you have a dysfunctional team, like, you're not gonna make it to the playoffs. But if your team works together and like everyone has their own specific task that they're good at and add to the team, like that's when you survive. That's when you win. So right now we're a dysfunctional team, but until we can all work together, like that's how you survive. And that's what I think all these like could be. I mean, I guess, I don't know. There's probably some places that got advanced without all working together, but I think the most of them are all morally sound. So they're just better people than us.
Probably. I would think that you have to. I agree. Like, if you don't have the right moral compass, you're doomed.
Yeah, pretty much you're fucked. Like all the pitfalls of humanity, like really, there's literally written out for us, like the 70 deadly sins.
But maybe there's like a sweet spot where like, you know, you're a little screwed up, but you still make it.
That is true. I do like balance. Balance is huge because I don't think you could have good without evil.
Yeah. I saw this thing the other day, like have you ever seen a picture of a biblical accurate angel?
Yeah, they're fucking weird.
It's
There's like
terrifying.
different types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like some of them are like balls of eyes.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
Dude, they're strange. And that's why like in the Bible and stuff, it's always like when an angel comes, it's like don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't
like,
be
that's
scared.
Always, don't be scared.
I never really understood that. I was like, what? I always thought an angel was like a baby.
Yeah.
A little tiny.
No. It's a terrifying eyed creature.
Yeah, like I saw one where it was like literally like just wings.
Yeah,
like the whole thing was just made of.
Yeah,
wings.
I love how you're looking at this too. I was looking at that shit the other.
Yeah,
like, probably before I came to school. Dude, they're weird little creatures.
Dude, I wonder what like I don't know, like who like saw this? Like, did somebody see an angel and like?
I think that's what happened. Like, and people always like knock it off like, oh, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. But I do think. And I don't. This goes back to like they're not in our realm. You know, that's a spiritual, non-physical thing. Like we can't perceive that unless they want us to perceive that. Like that's kind of what angels are about. Like they can manifest into physical form in their what if they want.
Yeah, for some reason for so long I always thought like humans become angels.
I don't know how that works.
I mean, I should know this. I'm Catholic.
Yeah, I am too.
I had 12 years Catholic school, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. Do you believe in angels?
I mean, I wouldn't say I don't believe in them.
I think I do. I think we all have guardian angels, like protecting us.
Yeah,
I really do. I was talking to a priest, Father Gary, here, about that, and like, it kind of makes sense. Like, it's a non-physical thing. Like, they're always with us. They're always chilling. Like, they're protecting us. Because there's the bad ones. There's the good. That's what I think could be a really good movie. Like, a spiritual, like, battle. Like, you see the spiritual world. Like, right now we're just sitting here. But we have no clue what is going on in the non-physical world around us.
It could be, like, fighting.
Exactly.
Like swords.
They could be doing some crazy shit. Wouldn't that be dope to see? Like, you put, like, goggles on, you could see everything that's happening, like, around you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's like, have you ever seen the movie They Live?
No.
It's like there's this guy finds a pair of glasses, and he puts them on, and he's able to see that like half of humans are like secretly aliens disguised as humans, and it's just like they're all evil.
That's pretty cool. There's like a childhood movie too like that. Like you put on like a pair of glasses and you see like monsters, and then you take them off.
Oh,
what is you know what I'm talking about, right?
It sounds so familiar.
And he like dies in the woods or something. I don't remember. That movie was pretty sick though.
It's not Bridge to Terabithia, right?
No, I don't think so.
I was thinking Die in the Woods.
It was around the same time.
Yeah.
Like all those like these weird like fantastical movies came out around that time.
Bridge to Terabithia was sad.
Which one was that?
I just remember the girl dies at the end, but like I'm pretty sure they find like some.
Maybe it was Bridge to Terabithia, this movie, because I think someone definitely died in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the girl died.
Just look it up.
Google. Let's Google.
That's what Google's for. It's a great thing.
We have literally all of humans' knowledge up to this point in my pocket.
Yeah. How great is that? You know, we were literally all knowledgeable, but we have no wisdom.
Yeah, that's a great saying.
Yeah. Fuck. All
Bridge I don't know. How do you spell Terabithia?
Dude, you're asking the wrong person.
Oh, I got it first try. The life of Jesse, an adolescent, changes when he befriends Leslie, the class outsider. The children create an imaginary world called Terabithia. Okay, so it's like...
I think this is the movie.
It's like imaginary. And then I think she dies in the woods. 2007. I don't think this is the one you were talking about.
No. Yeah. There were some good movies back then.
Narnia.
I
Yeah.
never actually watched that one.
This just came up in the similar movies section.
Narnia. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I used to love the Narnia video games.
There's Narnia.
They had
video games?
me and my brother used to play them so much. The Narnia games, that and the Lego games.
Oh my gosh, the Lego games are the best of all time.
Yeah,
like Lego Star Wars.
Oh yeah, the complete saga.
Fantastic. The complete saga is so good. I would literally just go around, like I would unlock all the characters, and I would just go around in that main hut place and just like beat people up and just start fights. So much fun.
Do you ever play like Tony Hawk?
No, I never got into that.
I was big into those.
What about Shrek? Did you ever play the Shrek video game on like GameCube? It was the best game ever. It was so much fun.
I remember I played Over the Hedge.
Yes, I had Over the Hedge too on my DS.
Yeah.
So great.
I think I had it on the GameCube.
Yeah. The GameCube's a freaking awesome.
They used to like make video games for like every movie, I feel.
Yeah, because it was just a money grab.
Yeah.
But like it was good.
Now video games are like so much more advanced.
Yeah, and now they try to make video games into movies, which never works.
Oh yeah, they did that with
Halo.
And they're making a Halo movie?
They already have. They made like a bunch. They suck.
Oh, I've never even heard of it.
Red vs. Blue, I think it's called.
I knew they made like a World of Warcraft movie.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh yeah, is that one good?
It's exactly what you expect. Terrible storyline, pretty sick fighting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did expect.
Yeah, it's telling you. They knew their audience. It was pretty like if you just want to watch something.
I heard Sonic was good though.
I never watched that. I heard it was good too.
I never watched it.
I just saw the memes with like he just looked really stupid with his eyes, so they changed it.
Dude, that's a huge budget thing. They literally completely changed the main character, which was animated.
That's awesome. I think that's someone who cares about what they're producing. Like
no,
a lot
it's just
of
like
people
they basically just get like canceled on the internet saying Sonic looks stupid, Sonic looks stupid. So they're like, fix this.
Yeah, and then they did.
Yeah,
that usually does not happen in the film
industry. They do that with the video games too. Like,
that's sick.
What game? What was the Star Wars game? Battlefront.
Yeah,
Battlefront. Like the newest one. I remember like everyone was hating on it
because the EA access.
Yeah, because you had to like it was like pay to pay.
Yeah,
and like they fixed it, and now it's like a great game.
Yeah,
apparently. And No Man's Sky, that's a game you would like.
I've never seen that. What is that?
You never played No Man's Sky?
No.
You would be so annoyed.
What
it's like basically it's like a randomly generated universe, and you can just like kind of fly around and like explore planets.
That's so sick.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
But it sucked. Like it was so hyped up, and it sucked.
Yeah.
Like I remember I pre-ordered it, everything, and it was so boring. And then they added all this stuff to it, and like now it's actually fun. I played it like last year.
That is a good time. That does sound. Is it on the computer or is it on Xbox?
It's on like everything. It's like a main
I might have to
AAA
get that.
title.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, video game makers, that's not the word for it.
Developers.
There we go. Developers, they seem more in tune with the people they're giving it to, like their consumer, like Clash of Clans,
Yeah.
Clash Royale.
They definitely like have to know. Like if you don't, then your product's gonna fail.
I know, but what's the difference between that and like food? You know, like food consumption, they don't care what's good for you. They just like make you want to buy it again.
Because I don't know. I mean, you could make the argument that video games aren't good for you.
I don't like that argument.
No, I don't like it either. But like some people definitely get consumed by them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
It's
don't-
addiction.
Yeah.
It's addiction. That's just its own thing. I feel like
Yeah, I haven't really played video games since I got to college.
I haven't either. It
I
sucks.
just don't have time.
No, even when I'm home now, like I
Like,
don't play
yeah,
video
same.
games.
I'm just not like that interested in it anymore.
Yeah.
And I can only play like online. Like I never play single player games. Like when I was little, I would play single player games like all the time. And now like I only want to play it if I'm like interacting with like my friends online.
Yeah. Dude, what do you think about the virtual worlds we're going into? Like Facebook's creating this.
Yeah, VR is
Do you see
so
this?
much fun. Yeah, you were telling me about this, about like the virtual world, where like it's just like an open world in VR. That's gonna be crazy.
It's Ready Player One.
Yeah, that's
It's
literally
literally
what
Ready
it's
Player One. Like
That's-
you talk about addiction. People are gonna escape this world by going to this one, and this is gonna be in our lifetime. This is gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
They're releasing it. I think they already released it, or they're
It's
releasing.
only gonna get crazier. But VR is so much fun. Like
I've never done it.
Oh, it's actually like I would play this one game called Blade and Sorcery, and it's like basically you can just mod it. Like it's like community run, kind of like Gmod. Like the community just puts it together, and like I would just be like, it's like a medieval fighting game, and I just like whip out a lightsaber,
That's so cool.
and it was awesome. It's like all physics based, so like I'm
Yeah.
like cutting off people's heads.
That's
It's so gory
cool.
too.
That's so cool.
Or Beat Saber too.
Beat Sabers.
That
My
was fun.
brother, he got VR, but I broke my face, so I couldn't put the headset on. So I was like just like watching the TV while he played.
Oh my
Damn
god!
it, but it
that
looked so much
sucks.
fun.
Yeah.
And does it like really feel like you're there?
Yeah, like the Oculus Quest 2 is like the best one to get because it's
Mm-hmm.
cordless, and it's like actually like basically like you put it on, it has cameras, so you still see like your room, and then you like use the joystick and you draw a circle around you, however big you want it, and then it just pops you, and now you're in like a lobby, and like you can actually like walk around if you make the circle big enough.
Yeah.
Like I would do it in like my basement, so like or like my living room, and like move all the furniture, and like, I could literally just
chill.
walk around in VR. It's
Dude,
awesome.
They have to make like omnidecimal treadmills. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, those things look sick.
But like, that's a real thing.
Yeah, no, they already exist.
Oh, so they just got to make cheaper ones.
Yeah, they're crazy expensive. Yeah, it's literally just like a circular treadmill, and you like can run on it.
That's insane. Yeah. Because that's gonna be the next step.
Literally the next step. No pun intended.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But that's gonna be the next thing for it. Because like, how do we make something more immersive? Like you can walk anywhere.
Yeah.
Then you can hear it, and you can smell it, and you can taste it, and you can feel it.
I don't know. It's gonna be crazy, but like I can't wait to like hop in VR when I'm older and just like go to Saturn or something.
Yeah.
Or
And when
just-
you're old too, you're like 80 years old.
Yeah.
You can't do anything anymore. Put the headset on. You're really in a new world.
yeah.
You have endless opportunities.
But I'll still be old. Like we have to get past the joysticks. Like it's gotta be like
it's
like,
gonna be your mind.
like Ready Player One. Like I lay down, close my eyes, and I wake up, and I'm like here.
I think it's gonna be. Well, this is a new thought. I think we're gonna be able to control it with our minds. Like that sounds crazy,
Yeah, no.
but they did a study. Like this guy, literally, he's paralyzed. He wrote with his mind, like on a computer.
that's
Like they hooked something up to his head, and he just thought, and he wrote with his head.
I wonder how that technology works.
I don't know.
It's like the flexing of the No.
No, it was literally just with his mind. There's even the game with the ball, and
Yeah.
that was like 10
Mind
years
flex.
ago. Mind flex, and you would literally just think, and it would raise it.
Yeah.
Like this
That
time,
game always gave me a headache.
yeah, because then you're like thinking so
Yeah.
hard, like
Go up.
up. But that's the way we're going. Like we don't understand the mind at all, like our brains at all.
Yeah.
Like once we could tap into that, we're it's gonna be insane, dude. That's gonna be crazy.
What if like maybe that's the true form of immortality. Maybe we can just make it so like a minute here is like decades in the VR.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Matrix. You know, they hook you. Have you ever seen Matrix?
No, I probably should. Right.
We should watch it as a house. The movie's so
all I know
sick.
is that he goes like.
That is what he does.
Dodges all the bullets.
But they pretty much, it's this robots pretty much take over, and they use humans as like either I don't know, cells, like batteries, and they keep them in like these tubs, and they like hook their heads up to the Matrix, so they think they live their lives like we are right now, but they're just being simulated while their real bodies are being harvested for energy.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Is that like the red pill blue thing where it's like you can either know the truth or you can keep going in this fake?
In this simulation. And he takes the red pill.
Which one would you take?
Dude, red pill. Dude, I want to know everything.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't want to know everything, but like I love knowing stuff. That's why I'm literally taking philosophy. Like I like to think about things. I like to know.
I don't know what I would take. Would I just like to keep things the way they are, or just like
it's ignorance is bliss. But I'm not into that kind of stuff. Like I want to know.
Yeah, I want to know too. But at what cost?
Exactly, dude. There's pros and cons to everything. Like there is a consequence for everything. Like there's like Newton's equal. Everything has an equal and opposite reaction. Like that's so true in everyday life. Like every decision you make has a reaction that evens it out. Like I swear by it. Like you eat a donut, it tastes good. Well, it's bad for you. You eat an apple, it's good for you.
It still tastes good.
Oh, it tastes good. But
God, what's the con for apples?
There's got to be. There has to be. There's got to be.
There could be a worm in it.
Yeah. Like you work out, it's good for you, but it sucks to do.
Yeah.
You know? You get what I'm saying.
I feel it. Newton's law.
Newton's law.
I forget which one it is.
Third.
Yeah, third.
He's got some good laws. And the funny thing is too, like we're just gonna like we all these laws that have been found were like hundreds of years ago.
Like Newton's laws?
Yeah, they're just old. Like Einstein, I guess that was 100 years ago. That's not too long ago. But like we're still learning so much. Like relativity, we literally just found that out in the 20s.
Yeah.
Like that's so short ago.
No, and just like the way we view atoms have changed drastically.
Oh, yeah.
Like even in like our lifetime.
The Rutherford model.
Yeah. the plum pudding model.
Yes, the plum. Dude, fuck the plum pudding model. That one sucks. Whoever thought of that.
Yeah, he was way off.
Yeah, you're way off, buddy. Dude, but like that stuff now with the spin up, spin down stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like we can't. People are like, you can't. It's random, but I think that's bullshit. I think we just can't measure. We can't understand.
It just the moves so basically it's based around like probability that there is an electron here, you know, because you can never know where or when an electron is gonna be. We don't have that technology yet.
Yeah. So do you understand like when you look at them, they like move in a certain way? Like when something's observed, it acts.
I've heard about this. I don't know. Like
I don't get.
How does it know it's being observed?
I guess the light, at least for our eyes, it makes sense because light reflects off it into our eyes. So like we're still interacting with it, but I don't get how cameras can look at it and it still knows it's being watched. Yeah, that's the part that's weird to me.
I don't know. That's just so quantum. That's
so quantum. But that's what the NASA teacher that I lost all the stuff for, he was explaining it to me. And he like used it to explain like epiphanies. Like when he used like we're a sphere, like our universe, galaxy, whatever, we're a sphere, and there's an opposite sphere above us that you could think of like a giant eye. I don't know. I need to get him back on to explain it. But when it looks at you, like that's where your epiphanies come from. I don't know. He explained it way better and made way more sense.
Something that observes us. And
so
does that mean that these atoms, like we're giving these atoms epiphanies when we look at them?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Like this atom just, oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
Yes. What is this? Dude,
Crazy.
There's just so much we don't know.
Yeah.
But dude, what is
They're
happening
screaming out
outside?
there.
It literally sounds like they're being slaughtered. Jude Slaughter. Such a dope last name.
That is cool. Is that his real last name?
Yes.
I only met him once.
Yeah.
Like, barely met him.
Yeah. But there's I don't know. I think there's like I want to go underwater and explore like the depths of the ocean because there's probably so much sunken shit that's been preserved down there.
Bro, I don't know. The ocean's a very unforgiving place.
True.
For
Preservation.
preservation. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. But they like found pyramids and sphinxes off the coast of Cuba.
Really?
Like just underwater. It's weird.
Mm.
And like
Makes you think.
not Pluto. Plato talks about like how Atlantis was a real place.
Yeah, no. Atlantis definitely just like was part of a landmass that is now underwater.
But like it was an advanced civilization.
Oh, like it was like how it is in like the movies, you mean? I always just thought it was just like a city that literally just sank like.
Yeah, I think it was an advanced city though.
Okay. Yeah, it probably was. I mean, like they were pretty advanced back then.
Dude,
like, we don't give them enough credit.
I'm thinking like way more than we think. Like dude, I'm telling you the pyramids are bullshit. There's no way that they used a fucking ramp to get those tons of whatever that material is in those positions. Because if they used a ramp and like levers and pulleys and that kind of shit,
Yeah.
where's the fucking ramp? Where's the ramp? How have we not found this ramp? It's a mile long. How have we not found the ramp? Where is it?
I don't know.
Where
Maybe it
is
was made out of like wood and it rotted. We don't know.
That is true. Could have done that.
There's a lot of theories for how they move. I think it's plausible that they
I
came
don't
up with something.
Buy
It's just
at all.
they just got to have that mechanical mind, I guess, to figure it out.
I don't buy it.
Like we don't know the extent of their technology.
Dude, and
like,
it's
dude,
built-
they were advanced though. Like the Greeks figured out the Earth was round
Yeah.
hundreds of years before like modern humanity did.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, they definitely were advanced. And it's just like
it's almost like two different civilizations basically.
Yeah, but
and they got reset.
But there's like the pyramids are lined up on like the 1/3 around the Earth, like a 1/3 line, and then like all these pyramids, like the one in Cuba,
Like Aztecs.
Giza, Aztecs, they're all on this one line across
What
the world.
What did they figure out that like we can't?
Dude, Nikola Tesla's. You know where's Nikola Tesla's fucking towers were? Same fucking line, same line.
Like a longitude and latitude kind of line?
Yeah, the longitude line, whatever is the one that goes around and not up and down.
I think it's longitude.
But it's so interesting because you know what 1/3 is? 0.3333333. Like 3 is such a weird number.
the rule of 3.
The rule of thirds, like
Yeah.
the golden ratio, pi, like all this shit. It's like around this number. And it's like such an important thing, and no one understands it.
The golden ratio is always crazy too.
The golden ratio is fucking in everything.
Yeah.
The golden ratio is our universe is formed around the golden ratio. Like the spirals.
So we just tend to that? Does everything just gravitate towards that mathematical constant?
I don't know. Like literally everything. Like everything is based off this thing.
Because I always thought the universe tends towards entropy,
What do you mean by that?
like disorder. You know, there's nothing. It's random,
Yeah.
chaotic, chaos. But if there's this ratio that's just prevalent everywhere, like dude, even if, like I feel like the Milky Way, like
No, it is.
galaxy,
No,
is
it
the
literally
golden
is.
ratio.
It is.
It's just the basis for everything.
It's the basis for life. It's the golden ratio.
We gotta look more into that.
I know. It's a very interesting topic because it's just I don't understand, and no one does. What's his name? Nikola Tesla was like, if you could figure out 3, 6, and 9, like you could figure out the world. Like figure out why those 3 numbers are so important. Like you could figure out everything. Like that's the basis of everything.
That's what it seems like.
No, it does.
On a
Like,
cosmic scale, literally on a microscopic scale too.
it's all the same, and it makes no sense. Because tell me what you think about this. I don't know what I think, but the universe is. What's up?
What's up, Gomes? Should I lock that?
It's
probably
fine.
fine.
I think people understand.
Yeah.
Usually when the door's shut, it means we're recording.
True.
But all right. So if the universe is not, what's the opposite of chaos? Unified? No. Ordered, right? Then does that mean the stuff? If the universe is ordered and all the things in it are placed perfectly, does that mean the space between is random?
Like
So think of it like a cookie or pudding.
pudding. Plum pudding.
Plum pudding. Or like a cookie, and you have the chips. Like the chips, the cookie, the chocolate chips in the cookie
Yeah.
are placed perfectly, you know? Like they are there.
Okay.
in a
And
golden
you're
ra-
saying like is the
Yeah.
cookie
Is the cookie
chaos?
random now?
Everything
Everything that's not the chips.
because you need that to like it's. I guess it's ordered relative to the cookie. You know.
Yeah. I didn't know what I thought about that. Like I didn't know how true that would be. I just want to
Yeah.
get another thought
Dude,
on
what
it.
is going on out
I
there?
don't
There's so
know.
much screaming.
So much screaming. It is a Friday night, so that kind of makes sense.
It is a Friday night at 9.
Yeah,
They're definitely getting rowdy.
probably. Yeah. I don't know. I do want to look into, dude. There's this. This is such a weird thing, but like I really think 12. There's something very interesting with 12. Like there's 12 notes, right? Like
Yeah.
to play, right? Like on a piano, there's 12
Okay.
that repeat itself over and over again.
Sure.
Sure.
What else with 12 though?
I know, but like, so I have this numbers thing where I'm like
12 months.
12 months. Like it's, there's something to it. Like the wavelengths. I was trying to watch this video on like why these, cause you play the piano. Like
Yeah.
some, what do you call it?
I literally know, I just know how to
Play.
I don't know what the chords
fair.
or the keys are called.
Chords, but like some chords harmonize well together and some don't. You know,
that is true.
that is true. But like it's the wavelengths working together. But there's something with 12, and I gotta show you my notebook. Like I have this long thing written out, but there's something there. I don't know enough about it.
Well, if 3, 6, 9,
Yeah,
you
12.
follow that pattern.
That's what I want to. So I was working on. Like I say, I'm working on, dude. I just had a thought. Like I think we should move to 12 base numbers. Like I think it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I don't know about that. Why?
Me, dude, because like, so imagine you're playing like a piano with only 9 of the bass chords. Like it doesn't make sense. You're missing 3 of the chords, or
Yeah.
3 of the notes,
Okay.
and like fucking the color wheel. You have red, yellow, blue, right? Those are the 3 primary colors,
and
right?
then each of them
Then it makes, you have the other 3, and then it's 6, and then it's 12. 12. Dude, there's something with the number 12. I'm fucking telling you. Like I don't know what it is though.
I think I think you should look more into it. And
I don't even know what to look into though. Like what the fuck am I looking at? But like it just keeps coming up to my head. Like it stays in my head pretty rent free.
Yeah, maybe it's just like your cursed number.
Dude, maybe too, because like I picked that number. That was like my sports number too. It's weird.
It could be like I don't know.
There's something. I don't know what, and I don't even know what to look into.
My dad has this weird thing with the number 819.
Why?
He's cursed. It's actually crazy. I've witnessed it so much with my own eyes.
What happened?
For starters, his childhood address was 819. I don't know the road.
Okay.
He claims he sees it like everywhere. Like the amount of times I've been with him and he like checks his phone, he's like, shows me 819, and like that's just like could be like you only notice 819, sure, but he sees it like we'll get like a ticket. We're at Wawa and he gets his ticket 819. Oh, look at this. We're at a job. He gets a number on this envelope 819. August 19th, he got in a crazy boat accident and like almost drowned.
Jeez.
And I remember he was like so pissed because like I was looking at my slice for like the roommates last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh God, Dad. Guess what room number I am?
819.
819.
Dude, what the fuck? But think, you reduce 819 down. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 8, 18. 1 plus 8, 9.
Wow, so much math in this podcast.
So much math. Dude, I don't know.
Maybe it means like if he reads the 8th verse, 19th word in the Bible, it'll tell him a message.
That was like one kid at Rush was like, he had 203 tattooed on his leg, and it was like, fucking motorcyclists. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday. They always go by. I think they know when I'm recording. They want to just like drive by.
No, when I hear a motorcycle, I'm just like, oh my God, that's so cool.
So cool. So cool. Oh, you rev it so hard. You're awesome. I want to be you. Fuck, you're sick. I don't get why they do that.
I don't either, honestly.
It's a shame. But
that and like the stupid with the cars too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like people cut off their mufflers so they can get it louder. I'm like, that
I don't
sucks.
like that sound.
It's so annoying.
Like I like my car quiet.
Yeah, I want to hear my music. Like how are you supposed to listen to music when you just hear that?
Yeah,
It would drive me nuts.
I guess people just like different things.
No. Everyone has to like what I like, and if they don't like it, then they can't do it.
Everyone conforms to me.
Conforms to, but some people actually think like that, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're called narcissists.
Yeah. They're like everything. Dude, it's like comedy. People get pissed at comedy sometimes. They're like, this is fucked up. You can't say this. Da, 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 da. It's like, well, if you don't like it, just don't listen to it. Like you don't have to. No one's forcing you to listen to this. Just like leave.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Yeah, I guess everything's kind of relative, you know?
Yeah.
Like, some people will find something offensive.
Others don't.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure I've told you about the Gary's mod.
Yeah.
Like, they probably think what they're doing is completely fine.
Yeah. But it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like,
I got to see that. You got to show me it.
Yeah. Dude, it's just, I'll tell it for the podcast briefly.
Yeah.
But basically when I was in 8th grade, I think it was. No, definitely middle school.
Mm-hmm. I
was playing Gary's Mod, which is this video game where all the content is created by the players. So it's like just you can be whatever the players want it to be. And I found this random server called 1942 RP, and me and my friend joined it thinking it would be like a military shooting game, Germans or Nazis versus Americans, whatever. We join and it places us in 1942 Berlin in Germany.
Christ.
And like I start walking, I'm like, you can talk, it's like proximity chat. I start talking to people and they're all talking to me in German accents. And like they were all super serious, like every single one of them. And and basically I made it my mission to just screw with them. Like that's what I would do. And I tried to choose like the most BS name, so I called it Nine McStein.
Oh my god,
that was what I went.
Nine McStein.
Yeah, it was so like they would literally like people would be playing a video game. Like when you play a video game, you want to like stimulate like the scent. Like that sounds weird, but like you want to be entertained. But people would be playing a video game, and their role in this role play was to stand guard at a building.
Dude,
and just stand
so
there.
Stupid.
And you would think like maybe they just left their computer on and walked away. But if you go up and like pull a gun out and point it at them, they instantly like raise their gun too. Like they're actually just standing there.
That's so stupid.
And it made no sense. And I would just screw with them so much. Like they would get like I would always like figure out how to get guns and like kill my higher ups, and they would just get so pissed off.
Dude, that's psycho. People like actually fucking do that stuff. Like seriously,
they were like screwed up. Some of the people. On there,
no,
too.
I bet.
Like because they're like straight up neo Nazis.
Yeah,
like
that's fucked.
It was probably the most fun game I've ever played because it's like, it's imagine prank call as a video game is like how I describe it.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to feel bad about a prank call because they're Nazis.
Yeah. You're just fucking with Nazis.
Yeah. I actually have like a terabyte of footage. I just recorded so much
Dude,
of it.
I need to see that.
I'll show you. I'll show you later tonight.
Yeah, that would be great.
I've never posted them. I always was like, do I want to tie my name to this? You know?
Yeah.
But I'm not the Nazi.
Yeah, you're fucking with them.
Yeah. But like, will someone see it differently? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
People usually do.
Because like acting like I'm a Nazi in the video, but like it's just for Humes, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And then you fuck with them.
yeah.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know.
Dude, I remember one time I was playing it and like I saw them taking all these civilians. Like there's like players that are civilians too.
Why would you want to be like, what? Who are these people?
It's so weird. They're taking all these civilians and like I follow them and they go in like the back of this truck and it teleports them somewhere. I'm like, oh, what is this? I've never seen this. So I hop in the back of the truck and it teleports me literally to Auschwitz.
Oh my gosh. Dude, who the fuck
Like
makes
somebody
this stuff?
sat down and coded Auschwitz,
That's so
developed
fucked up.
Auschwitz. It had literal chambers, dude. It was bad. It was awful.
That's fucked.
And yeah, and they did exactly what you thought you think they would do
Dude,
with the civilians.
People are fucking psychopaths.
And it's not like they're like joking around. Like that's messed up even if you're joking around. But like they're like serious. Like they'll be like, "You have been charged with treason and are sentenced to death." Like there's some type of
there's something screws loose wrong in their
Yeah.
head.
it's some type of like superiority complex they need.
That's psycho.
Yeah, and this is how they find it.
I
But
guess.
I'm banned for life now, so I can never play again.
They figured out your scheme.
Yeah, well, they hated me because they knew who I was for so long, and finally one day, like, I killed like the owner of the server point blank with a gun, and there's also like 100 people playing this like at any given moment.
Dude,
like it's not like a
what the fuck?
small amount of people.
Yeah.
Like it's a significant amount of people. But yeah, I shot him in the head, and I got banned for life. Still unbanned. I bought the copy of the game. They banned my IP. Like they banned my. They can somehow recognize my computer.
That sucks.
So yeah, I'm screwed. Can never play it again.
Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah.
Dude, how does that like go on? Dude,
I
people,
always wondered like if I like leaked this to like the press or something, like would it become like a big story? And if so, the company that owns Gmail would definitely shut down the server.
Yeah.
And now I'm the only one with footage.
Yeah. Honestly, they would have to shut it down if it
Oh
made a big
yeah.
news story.
Oh my god. I'm sure if they just found out about it because it was like so hidden.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like I found it by accident.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows this exists.
Yeah.
It's just this little niche group of Nazis.
That's so fucked. But then it goes like to free speech. It's like fucked up. I took a media ethics class.
Yeah.
And it's like
No, yeah, it is free speech.
you just gotta let it happen, even though it's so fucked up.
But like Valve, I think it's a company.
because
that
it's a
owns it.
private company.
Yeah,
they can do whatever
They'll
they
be
want.
like, yeah, this is screwing our public image. So
Yeah, we don't want our platform to be used for Nazis.
Yeah.
I mean, as a higher up, if I was on that, I'd be like, yeah, let's get this off here. But
yeah, I'm surprised I haven't found it already. But I'm surprised. Like I'll Google it. Like people don't know about it. Like it's not on YouTube or anything. It's like
they probably want to keep it hidden.
Yeah,
They're a bunch of
probably.
Nazis.
probably.
Fuck.
But it was so goddamn funny. I miss it. Every time I think about it, I get upset. I just wanna play. Especially when I would go on there with my friends and we're all just screwing with them. And they're all
Yeah.
like, Nine McShine, get back in line.
Oh my god, Nine McStein, dude, what the fuck? Are there any other like Gmod games that are funny?
Oh yeah,
Like
but
Prop
not,
Hunt seemed like so much fun.
yeah, Prop Hunt was great. I loved Dark RP was always a great one.
What is that?
It's kind of like, it's just like a city, and like everyone, like you can choose a job. Like I would always go meth cook, and oh my god, no, I would go meth cook or kidnapper,
Okay.
and I would cook meth and just make a ton of money, and then use the money to buy guns,
Yeah.
and then I would become a kidnapper, and then me and my friends would like make a warehouse, and then we would, when you kidnap a player, like their screen goes black for like a minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would just kidnap people, like put them on our backs, take them to our warehouse in like the corner of the city.
Yeah.
And they would wake up and they'd be in a cell. And we'd be like, all right, you're not getting out of here unless you drop $10,000. And most of the time they would do it. And then sometimes they would like beg. And then sometimes they would just leave the server.
Yeah.
But-
That's hilarious. That seems like Gmod seems like so much fun. I was always looking for like a role playing game like that.
Yeah.
Where I could just like get in, just like fuck with people.
Yeah.
Just got into Minecraft, Roblox.
Oh, yeah. I think Gmod does that. I mean, like I wouldn't say like it's a role. It's like just like a screw around kind of game.
Yeah, I like those kind
Yeah.
of games. I love just fucking with people because I don't like fucking with people in real life. So I like
Yeah.
fucking with people virtually.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
that's-
Gmod's all Humes. Like it's
Yeah.
all human.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
I love
Except
the Humes.
unless you're a Nazi.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked. I guess they don't use it for Humes.
Yeah. Well, they have like serious servers too, but they're not like they call it serious roleplay, and they have it for like Star Wars, I think, and for like modern military. But then there's also the Nazi one.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, so it exists in other.
I'd probably go into the
forms.
Star Wars one. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Like Yoda.
Nah, dude, it's so there's the role play server is so boring because it's like it's all kids with superiority complexes basically.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's like they're all arguing on who should be the higher rank.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, there's not actually like any combat or anything.
Yeah, that's lame. I would want to go like, dude, this virtual world stuff. Like, it's going to get to a point where you could just customize an avatar and just be whoever you want. Like,
yeah.
That's sick.
I'm going to be Shaquille O'Neal.
Dude, I'm going to be like Snoopy. Like, that'd be sick. Just walk around as Snoopy, and then you could change it.
I want to be like a bird. Actually, I really want to fly.
Yeah. No, I was talking to Kieran about this today. I was like, I would love to be, like, the best superpower has to be teleportation.
No.
It has to be. What do you think?
Super speed.
Like, how fast are we talking?
Like, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, just super speed, but that includes like super reaction. So it's like I can like tap into it.
Like the Flash?
Yeah. So like everything slows. Like imagine being in class and you're bored and I'm just like, all right, tap into the speed and everything stops and I just get up, walk around for a bit, maybe like find a snack, come back, sit back down, boom, tap out of it.
All right.
Or like I go, oh crap, I'm late for class. Zoop, bloop.
Yeah, that could be nice. But imagine teleportation too. Late for class. Boop, I'm here.
Yeah, but that's just like, I don't know. I feel like you can't fight a speedster either. Like you could fight a teleporter.
Speedster? Dude, his metabolism will fight himself. You gotta eat so much.
All right, well, now we're getting into the science of it. What happens if you teleport into a wall by accident? And you just get split in half.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Well, maybe my teleportation... Fuck. What if I teleport into someone? Like, I teleport, like, I want to be in that chair, but I don't know you're there, and I teleport there, and then you're just a part of me.
Or I'd probably just, like, rip apart.
Yeah, or we both rip apart.
What if you, like, teleport into the street, and you didn't see the car, and you get hit? Yeah. See, like, I feel like being super speed, you're always aware of everything that's going on around you.
All right. Okay, you sold me on the super speed.
Yeah.
But as long as my metabolism isn't
because super speed essentially is teleporting.
Yeah.
It's just not instant for you. It's just you're super fast. It's the same effect. Fast. You get from point A to point B like that.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Teleportation. I could go to Mars, though.
You go to what?
Mars.
That's true.
Yeah,
I can't run to Mars.
You can't run to Mars. I want to see Mars right now. Like, I saw the rover's perspective of space. You could see all the stars.
It's probably crazy.
It looks so beautiful. Like, I would love... Like, our light pollution sucks. Like, I wish we could cut down on our light pollution so we could see the stars again.
Yeah. I can see them pretty well from my house back home. But it's still, like... I remember I was at summer camp one time, and I went to, like, this star thing, and they basically... Like, we all got put into a room with absolutely no lights for, like, an hour. Mm-hmm. So your eyes adjusted. And then you walk outside, no flashlights, no phones, nothing's allowed. And we're in the summer camp, so we're literally in, like, the middle of the woods. Yeah. In, like, upstate. Like, so actually not far from here, I think. And, dude, like, it's just crazy how many stars there are. And you can, like, kind of start to see, like, the colors, too.
That's
like,
so
the purple.
cool.
Like, it's awesome.
Damn. We're missing out. Dude, that's why I think people in the past were way more connected to, like, nature and the world. Because, like, you look up, and you're just always surrounded by, like, everything. And it just shows you how little you are. Like,
yeah. Now we look up and we see
nothing.
Concrete, jungles.
Yeah. Concrete, jungle, wet dream tomatoes. Yeah. But is your mom here?
She's probably just at the hotel. But, like, I don't even know if I'm going to see her tonight.
I mean, we have been going for 2 hours.
Oh, she said, at hotel, call when you're done.
All right. Do you want to talk about anything else before we wrap?
I don't know. Do you have anything in mind?
I mean, well, it looks like they're starting to play music.
Oh, okay.
Too, so
that'll be the outro song.
Yeah.
If the listeners at home can hear it.
No, I'll play Ripple. All right. You want to do one last topic? One last thing?
Yeah,
what do you want to talk about? I'll give you choice.
Ooh, what do I want to talk about? I don't know. Start throwing some suggestions at me. Ocean. Let's talk about the ocean.
Ocean? Yeah. What about it?
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
How do animals at the bottom, like, survive with the water pressure? I guess
I don't know.
Evolve, right?
Yeah, I guess they had to just evolve to that because there's, like, the blob fish with the thing, the light in front of it. Like,
yeah.
They don't even see. Like,
no, they don't have eyes.
Yeah.
Or like they have eyes, but they don't really work because they
No,
don't need
they
them.
don't need it. That's like,
It's like cave fish. Like I remember I was spelunking.
what the fuck is spelunking? What are these words?
Spelunking is the act of exploring a cave.
Okay.
I was spelunking in New York.
Wait, who's just like, all right, we're going to explore caves. What should we call this? It's
don't
called
know.
spelunking. What?
I don't know. I just know it's just some weird.
So you're spelunking in New York.
Not splunking, spelunking.
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 Yeah,
I don't
it's
know if
spelled
that's
weird
better.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was spelunking in some cave. I forget where, and we're like pretty deep in the cave, and there's like water, so we're like basically swimming. It was actually sick. Like there was one point where I had to like swim under a rock.
That's
it was
so
actually
cool.
terrifying, but it was cool.
Yeah.
But we get to this one part, and there's like fish that live in here,
Mm.
and like the fish like didn't have eyes, or like they like, barely had eyes. Like you can kind of see where the eyes would be, but like they didn't need them.
Yeah.
They kind of evolved that they don't need them.
Dude, it's like bats. Like they just use their ultrasound
Yeah.
to locate shit. Like they don't need eyes.
Yeah.
That's why it's like we literally evolved to survive. Like that's all our bodies are used for. It's just like to survive and reproduce.
Yeah.
Like there's so much that we can't see, like these angels, like these beings that aren't in our physical world. Like we can't recognize them because we don't need them to see them to survive.
That's true. I wonder how, like, do you think angels evolved, or do you think they're just like eternal?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't think anyone knows.
Yeah, there's one person that knows, and it's the man upstairs.
Yeah, it is the man upstairs. I don't like, dude. That's confusing too. People don't even know what God is.
Yeah, that's the greatest mystery.
Yeah, the mystery of faith.
Church hymns.
Yeah, beautiful thing, dude. There's a lot. The Bible has a lot of good teachings in it. Like I have the Bible app, and it gives me like a verse of the day. It's pretty good. Let's see what today's was. We'll end off
Okay,
with this verse.
yeah.
Let's see what it is.
I should get on the Bible app.
It's pretty good. You are worthy, our Lord and God, to receive glory and honor and power, for you created all things. Oh shit, it went away. And by your will they were created and have their being.
Amen.
Revelations. And the one before was nicer. It was, my command is this: love each other as I have loved you. That's nice.
That's sweet.
That's sweet. That's a good way to end.
Yeah.
Love each other as the Lord has loved you.
That's the golden rule.
That is the golden rule with the golden ratio. But Michael, this has been a pleasure. I'm glad we didn't put it off another day.
Yeah, I'm glad to. Thank you for having me.
Dude,
I'm glad I got selected.
Thanks for coming to Selected. Thanks for coming on, man. All right.
Peace. Bye.